What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Texas. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Good evening, football fans, and welcome to the day after Turkey Day, our Thanksgiving special of high school football played by the Malakoff Tigers, your Malakoff Tigers, and the West Trojans. And it's number 4 against number 7 in the state of Texas in Class 3A today, and a lot of good matchups around the state also today, my friend Marcus. And, folks, I'm joined by Marcus Down, the Hall of Famer.
What's going on?
And Aaron Scott Production, Jonathan Snowden on camera. And Jonathan's doing all the video for us today. And, well, we got a good matchup today, Marcus.
Yes,
We've got number 7, Malakoff, playing number 4, West. And what looks to be a mirror image of two teams that's going to be head-on today with each other. And honestly, after studying the videos, of course, we've watched Malakoff all season long, and their progression on how they have really, really turned it on in district play and past district play in the first 2 playoff games, but they've gotten better each time they've taken the field. West has been pretty solid all year long. And I kind of want to give a breakdown right now of the last 4 games that each team has played. And I want to give a comparison of how tough these two defenses are for both teams. The last 4 games for the Tigers, the defense has only allowed 7 points. 7 points. That's the Malakoff Tigers.
Wow.
Only allowed 7 points for the last 4 games while scoring 203 points offensively.
Oh, my.
So that is a lot of points right there. West, 183 points scored in the last 4 games, 34 points allowed. So that is a pretty good numbers game going both ways there. And you got to look at the last 4 that West has played. You had Grandview that scored 20 on them, and they won that game 28-20. Maypearl, they won that game 65-0. Fairfield, they won 55-7. That was by district. Last week in the area round, they defeated Mineola 35-7 in a game that I watched also from the comfort of my living room. And some of the things that I saw are a lot of similarities in what the Tigers do offensively and defensively. And we're looking forward to a great game today by 2 good schools. You know, we talked about this on the drive up here, Marcus, me, you, and Mr. Paul Loper, who rode with us, the school statistician, and has been doing it for a long, long time.
About 40 years.
He's been doing it a while, but we talked about the similarities of both teams, and we talked about the strengths and weaknesses of both teams coming into today's contest. One of the things that I keyed on is the depth of running back that the Malakoff Tigers have.
Right.
You know, really, you've got 4, 5, 6 kids that can step in at running back and go.
Right.
And that's just the truth of the matter.
At any time, Joe. At any time.
And we've seen the maturation process of the freshmen. Well, I tell you what, Jason Tennyson, a.k.a. Birdman, we call him. But we've seen the maturation process of him. As soon as he steps on the field, his first carry, he scores a touchdown.
Right.
If it's not the first, it's the second or third. He's very explosive. he may be even – you may even want to say, look, this kid is probably the future at running back for the Malakoff Tigers the next 3 years after this year, and I believe that's an accurate assessment to make.
Most definitely.
And I think this young man has to be involved early on in this game plan today for Malakoff to take some of that pressure off Deuce Hart so Deuce doesn't have to feel like he has to do it all. But being a senior, as well as I do, these games here is always your last game because you don't know if it's going to be your last game or you're going to go on week to week. We don't know how it's going to play out. That being said, Deuce is the kind of ball player who can take over the game. He's a ball player that gets stronger as you feed him more throughout the game. He's not one of those kids that fades away. He wants to be in the game. He wants to play. We saw him fight through ankle injuries all year long, just about, or shoulder injury.
Right.
He'd come and play the next game, and, some kids probably wouldn't have played. Deuce played. He's played hurt. He's played well hurt. And I think just now he's starting to feel healthy again and probably at 100% where he wasn't the last probably 3 or 4 games.
Right.
Last week he looked superior. Of course, like I said, last week had some pressure relieved off of him as well. When you time to get the freshman in, then you got Damian Jackson Jr., the big pounder.
Oh, he's running hard.
And listen, Jackson, this is his type of game today because this defensive line up front for West is very good. And these offensive lines match up pretty well today. The game is going to be won in the trenches today, my friend. I guarantee you that.
And look at the sun, Joe.
It's a beautiful day.
Be good.
Beautiful day here, around 60 degrees. It will be at kickoff, maybe a little bit warmer. Hardly no wind blowing that I see right now. I think the flags are still, and I just don't see much wind blowing. I think for the Tigers, you realize that you have probably the better secondary group of the bunch of both teams. I think the secondary, the linebackers, that matchup probably goes to the Tigers.
Right.
All right. The defensive line, offensive line, it's pretty much a stalemate, what I've seen between both teams. And whoever comes out and wants it the most today is who is going to win that battle up front. And that's just all I can say about that. They're both very, very good at what they do.
Well, West has the biggest lineman, though. These guys are.
Well, they are bigger, but I was saying the bigger they are, the harder they fall, right?
There you go.
And that's what you look for. I mean, and let me talk about big right quick. Malakoff has been outsized a lot this year up front.
Exactly.
And here's the thing I like about Malakoff. You've got the shorter, squatty bodies there, but they can get leverage underneath the pads of those big boys and push them around, and that bodes well for our running game today, I think.
Right.
So, now, one thing I have noticed good about West, really good, their defensive line really uses their hands well to shed the blocks. And they do that very, very well. Linebackers are pretty quick to the ball. They take the correct angles to the ball carrier. They're very astute in that area. And so I think if you look at that, it's locked up. It's a stalemate. I mean, whoever wants the most today on the defensive line and offensive line, it's a stalemate right there. I think that Malakoff, as coach right there.
Yes, sir.
But I think that Malakoff has the edge in the kicking game today. I think if you go anywhere past 30 yards, the Tigers have the edge in that with Juan Gonzalez as the kicker. Special teams, I would give favor to in Malakoff as well, as all year long the Malakoff special teams has just been special.
No run backs or nothing, Joe.
It has been great.
Yes, sir.
What concerns me with West is the big offensive front line.
Right.
They do block well in unison. They move in unison. They block well. They're together.
They stay on assignment, as you can say, Joe. They
play assignment football, exactly.
Yeah.
They know who to block, when to block, and their communication has been excellent. They have a young man at quarterback, and his name is Zane Manin. Zane Manin, we're number 9 today. Zane's a very good quarterback for high school. Throws the ball pretty well. He runs the ball even better than he throws the football. He likes to get it to his running back, T.J. McCutcheon. Also, number 6, Ryan Wolf's a big playmaker for them as well.
Right.
He plays on both sides of the ball, and Wolf had a pick 6 last week against Mineola. And Wolf is that kind of guy that you want to get the ball to. He'll also field kickoffs and punts. So Ryan Wolf, look for Ryan Wolf to make an impact in this game. 3 key players for me besides their offense and defensive line. And there may be a new one step up today. Who knows? I mean, big games bring out the best in a lot of people.
Exactly.
But you're going to have number 9, Zane Manin. You've got Wyatt Wolf, number 6. And then you've got one of my favorite running backs, and I'll just say it another team, T.J. McCutcheon. He is kind of a cross between an Emmitt Smith and
Whoa.
probably a Lamar Bell,
Oh, my.
top running back.
Oh, you going big with that boy.
And I compare him to that. And of course, he's not on that level, no.
Oh.
And when I'm saying that, style.
Okay.
You know, he's very good at finding the hole. He's very quick out of the hole. I wouldn't say he has world-class speed, but he is pretty fast, okay?
When I was good, find the hole, too. Joe.
Yeah,
And
and that's the thing. He trusts his lineman up front, and he goes through the hole that he's supposed to go through. He might make one or two cuts, but he's a north and south runner pretty much for West. Now, the thing with the Tigers today is you've got that little short, squatty, low to the floor linebacker in DK Rose, and he hasn't seen a DK Rose all year, Marcus.
He going to meet him tonight.
He hasn't seen a DK Rose, and DK Rose is probably one of the most important elements on this Tiger football team.
Wow.
They live and die with DK.
Joe,
and I'm just telling you.
He also is a running back, too.
He plays running
back, too.
You know, he may go out for a pass,
Right.
Play the H-back. He might play the fullback
There
some.
you go. Do it all.
But DK does it all. He doesn't come off the field. He doesn't want to come off the field. And if you want to make a comparison NFL-wise, he's got a high motor like Micah Parsons does for the Cowboys.
Okay.
That's a sore subject with me, the Cowboys, but that's another show. But he does. He's got that high motor.
Yeah. He
is able to make people around him better because he is a team leader and a captain. And he tells the players where to get. He knows where everybody's going to go. And probably one of Coach Brent Watkins' favorite players, too, on defense.
Most
our
definitely.
defensive coordinator there.
Definitely.
You know, for Malakoff, your game plan is probably going to be solid. It always is come playoffs. This is probably the best coaching staff in the state of Texas with their game planning.
Exactly.
We've seen that year after year, but Wes is not so sloppy. Either, my friend. They have got great coaches there, and I want to tell you, David Woodard's the head athletic director, and their assistants Dustin Souders, Wade Cook, Adam Lewis, Austin Clear, Steve Harrelson, Joe Hectum, Cameron White, Fred Fondam, Patrick Kutware, Jason Little, Dylan Goforth, and Victor Johnson. Here's the thing. West is going to come on the field today, and the first thing that they're going to try to do is punch Malakoff right in the mouth with their run game.
Right.
And we talked about DK Rose, how important is his role with his team. It's very important. They live or die with DK. So DK Rose is going to have to be an inspiration to get the other players up to play. And I'm not just saying DK Rose on that defense by himself. He's not. He's got a lot of support back there. I'm just saying he's a leader in that defense today for the Malakoff Tigers. Look for him to make some big plays, big stops all game long on defense. And when you put him in the game to block for Deuce Hart, he's going to make some holes.
Yes, sir.
He's a good decoy, too. Like I said, the freshman, you've got Jason Tennyson, a.k.a. Birdman, very special. I don't think there's going to be anybody on the field that can catch him once he breaks.
Like you said earlier, Joe, he has to get a feel for the ball. Give him the ball real early to get him warmed up. The more the running back touches that ball and run, the more more hyper they get, man. The more determined they want to get to that goal line.
Yeah, and what I've noticed about West, Marcus, they'll come out in a three down front alignment, which means they're going to usually play three linebackers, but one of those linebackers drops in coverage. So that's six defensive backs basically they're going to have. So they're going to zone you to death, okay? Probably put two over the top. Now, that might change.
Right.
If they do that, three-man front, Malakoff's set up right there to run the football against West. Here's the thing that I like about West. They're just like Malakoff. They fly to the football defensively. And, I mean, they get there quick and in a hurry. This is a very good team, and like I said, they mirror a lot of each other. The most important aspect of this game today, coming into today's game, I hate using past experience as a plus for anybody, but no one's done it better in Henderson County than Malakoff Tigers. They have the longest playoff streak in the county with 13 straight games, Marcus.
Exactly.
This series is tied. The last two meetings occurred in 2017 and 2016. Malakoff won that 2016 game 42-0. In 2017, Malakoff won by a score of 40-27. West won in 2000 and 2001, 21-7, 28-0. So the series is tied. This is the fifth time these two teams have ever met.
This will be the breaker. This will be the tiebreaker, huh?
But I want to stress this before we go on air in just a few minutes. Malakoff has been there They have done that.
Yeah.
They are battle tested, and I don't care what anybody has to say about it. Everybody's got an opinion. This is my opinion on it. They have put themselves in a position in pre-district play to play teams like they're going to play here today.
Exactly.
And some probably be better. Some of those teams are still in the playoffs that they played. Matter of fact, all but one today is still in the show, still in the hunt.
Right.
So you look, Pittsburgh played an undefeated Quinlan Ford team, lost by 1 point. All right, Malakoff beats Pittsburgh by a field goal.
Right.
And that was a great game. And the leg of Juan Gonzalez came into play in that game.
Exactly.
Malakoff won that game by a field goal. That's why I give the edge to the kicking game for Malakoff, because this young man is pretty ice cold. He's got ice water in his veins. And the only thing I do worry about is we've seen sometimes that front on the kickoff team, the front line on the kickoff team has given up 2 block PATs this year, or block field goal and block PAT. That somewhat concerns me. This is the time of the year that Malakoff coaches clean everything up, emphasize to the kids this is what we're going to do. And West does the same thing, I'm sure.
You got to let them know they can't get laxed on the line, Joe, when it's time to kick the field goal. It's 10. Like I said, back in the days when I used to play, that was my resting time, Joe. I just lean to the side, and lean on your player and just set up for some rest. But you can't do that. You got to go all 100.
Yeah, I was wondering why you always leaned on me.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was giving me a little rest.
But what I want to make mention of is Malakoff has the playoff experience. They have the pedigree so far. And nothing against West, not saying West is not a good football team, because obviously you're 12-0 at this point in high school football. Right after Thanksgiving, if you're still playing after Thanksgiving, you're one of the best in the state of Texas in your classification.
That's right.
And right now we're seeing 2 of the best in the state of Texas. After today, there'll only be 6 left.
Ooh.
4 teams left.
And then it's 2 more games.
Well, there'll be 8
championship.
teams, but 4 teams. Region 1 will play Region 2.
Right.
So you've got Brock playing Jim Ned today.
Ooh, good one.
Okay, that's 8 o'clock p.m. tonight, I believe, or 7. I'll have to check in just a little bit.
Before you say something, those were the games that they predicted to win state. So one of those guys is going to be knocked out tonight.
Yeah, you've got actually Brock and Jib Ned starting the same time that we're starting tonight.
All right.
And that's Region 1. Region 1 is that game. So the Region 2 final will be next week, but it will be between the Malakoff Tigers and West Trojans and the Glade Water Bears or Mount Vernon Tigers. So 2 winners of those 2 games will go on to face each other.
Yeah.
All right, that's big right there.
Real big.
That's big. Glade Water and Mount Vernon, that's going to be a well of a game. It's at 7 o'clock tonight at Primm Stadium in Sulphur Springs. Very nice stadium there. And I'd love to go there and watch that one, but unfortunately I'm not. So
and we'll look at it on TV.
Yeah, maybe we'll catch it on TV. So, the front, you say, well, who's the front runner right now? I always say that if you're the champion from last year and you're still here to this point, you have to be the favorite until you're beat.
That's it.
To be able to be the champ, you got to beat the champ.
That's right.
Jim Ned right now is undefeated champ. Brock, a very good football team. They are running a different offense. They're playing that spread offense now, having a lot of success. Quarterback, running back. That's a solid team in West. Don't be surprised there if Brock upends Jim Ned in this one. But that running back's back for Jim Ned too, and that could give Brock fits. So
yes, sir.
With this time of the season, you don't know if you can see, or, sometimes you'll get to this, like last week. We don't know how strong these teams are going to be because they're not in our district. We haven't seen them play much, okay? Same way with West. They play in a different district. We hadn't seen them play much besides what we've watched on TV. I think they're a very solid team. Same way with West. They haven't seen Malakoff this year.
Right.
They really don't know much about us except the record. The record is very, very deceiving. I could see people say, "Oh, they've lost 3 games this year." They're not the Malakoff. Pump the brakes, my friend.
Stop it.
Each game, they have gotten better and better. And they had a new team identity this year. It was a different team. You lose a lot of kids to graduation. You have to rebuild. Or let me just back up. Reload.
There you go.
What
Reload
you got.
it, baby.
So when you reload, you are able to get your systems in place with the kids coming up, getting comfortable in the positions they're playing. It takes a while to gel and have that chemistry. But once they have that chemistry, like they did in district, like they have in the playoffs so far, watch out.
And on the Malakoff side, George, they are definitely reloaded over there.
And I really think that the Tigers, again, Tigers and West match up really good. I think playoff experience is a plus in Malakoff's favor. I think the kicking game is in Malakoff's favor. I'm going to say it's neutral between the offense and defensive front. I love our kids to death, but it's neutral until I'm proved otherwise today.
Right.
I can't call it. It's going to be very close, okay? The kids are going to have to come out on both sides of the ball, and they're going to have to battle. They're going to have to battle for the first, second, third, and fourth quarter, and maybe both teams, you don't know who's going to come out ahead, but maybe both teams play the best games of their lives today.
Most definitely.
We may even see a 3-0 game, Marcus. I don't know.
Hey, it's going to be hard. It's gonna be a good
I
one.
think, people expect a lot of offense, but usually when we expect that, we get just the opposite, a defensive game. I remember a couple weeks ago, well, more than a couple, Malakoff goes to Pittsburgh, plays in Pittsburgh.
Right.
We said, man, this might be a shootout. Turned out to be a defensive game.
Exactly.
17-14 final score, Malakoff wins. And
field,
what
man.
I seen then might have been the best front 7-8 I've seen play all year long in Pittsburgh. That defensive front was massive. We talk about how big West is. Pittsburgh, not only was they big, they were fast as well.
I think they're the only team that held us to under 14, the lowest points, Joy.
Yeah,
We played bigger teams, and but we got more points on the board.
Yeah, we played Sunnyvale, who was still in the still in the playoffs. Hung 41 on them. Sunnyvale makes it to the second round of the playoffs.
Exactly.
Then you have Parish Episcopal. Malakoff holds Parish Episcopal to 35 points that game, which is only the third time all year long the number one Parish Episcopal Wildcats have been held to 35 or less.
Exactly.
So now you're saying, well, Joe, that's a lot of points. It is, but when you look at who they played in that private school system, you're seeing some huge names, and you're saying, wait a minute. Yeah. And if you saw those guys play, so when you talk about people being big, not big, whatever, Malakoff has played some huge, huge kids this year, especially in that non-district portion of their ball games. And another name I might mention, too, somebody named Van, who hasn't been defeated all year long.
That's right.
Is playing Gilmer today.
What we do to them, we played them good.
So, yeah, that game, and that's the game Malakoff probably should have won.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. They could have won that game. Play here and there, that game was a different score. All right. Not taking anything away from Van. Jackson Rainey, one of the best quarterbacks I've seen play this year in high school football for Van. They have got a great team in Van. You're playing Gilmer, though. Gilmer's got a great team every year. So it's high school football. That's why you can get on these sports apps and you can say this and you can say that, and all the mouthing goes back and forth. It means nothing.
That's right.
Because the game's not played on paper on the high school score app. It's played on the field of play on that green AstroTurf down there. And the kids know what's at stake. The coaches know what's at stake. And look at these crowds right here tonight.
It's packed.
Or today.
Getting packed.
It's getting packed.
Yes, sir.
All these fans know as well. And, hey, kudos to the West fans and the Malakoff fans for showing up today like this. The day after Thanksgiving, they could be home and enjoying the day and not doing anything. They come to this stadium today to root on both their teams. Kudos to the Malakoff fans and the West fans, the band also. But here, I'm going to give a final score here, Marcus. I'm going to jump out on a limb.
Okay, let's see this.
I'm going to jump out on a limb today. I'm going to say Malakoff wins this game 17-15.
Ooh.
That's my prediction. It's not going to come right.
Right.
All right?
But it's going to be. Yeah.
I'm just going to say 17-15 in a low-scoring affair.
2 points, huh?
And again, I give the edge to our kicking game.
Exactly.
That's going to come back big. Mark my word today. Special teams and kicking game could be a pivotal point of this game. We saw the Cowboy game yesterday, right? You know how important kicking is. That's 4 points that the kicker missed yesterday.
Right.
And the Cowboys lost by 3.
Wow.
You see what that 1 point did.
It does it.
All right. You've got to be solid at all 3 phases of the game, offense, defense, and special teams. The Cowboys lost 2 of the 3 phases of the game, and probably you could say all 3.
And a bunch of yellow flags, too.
Yeah, 27 of them to be exact, and I don't know how many in the first quarter.
Most in history, huh?
Just a lot, just a lot. Well, folks, we are going to take a moment, 56 degrees right at kickoff. We got about 10 minutes till kickoff starts. We're going to not go to commercial because due to UIL rules, we can't have a commercial broadcast. We're doing this through Malakoff High School.
Right.
We like to thank Malakoff ISD for everything, the teachers. Marcus, you work there.
Yeah, thank you for the check, Malakoff.
Yeah, so we appreciate you. We appreciate all of our teachers out there, our administrators. everybody with the Malakoff ISD, we'd like to say a big thank you. And
Yes, sir.
to all of our sponsors this year, too, we'd like to say a big thank you as well. Marcus and I are going to shut up for a minute and go to commercial, or not commercial, excuse me, but probably some bumper music.
No commercials.
And we'll be back after we get a drink of water, folks.
Welcome back to E.H. Hamby Stadium here in Mesquite, Texas. I'm telling you, if you could not ask for better weather for Malakoff Tiger playoff football. It is 56 degrees under fair skies, going for a high of 57. And luckily the wind is low today, Joey, only 4 miles an hour out of the north-northeast. So that should help out in the kicking game.
Yeah, not much wind at all right now, if any. We see the flags move just a little bit. Right now they're playing the West High School song. Malakoff has played theirs. In a moment, when the players come out onto the field to play, we'll have the coin flip and the national anthem. And we'll get this thing started momentarily, around 10 minutes until the official kickoff.
And we had questions about the band, Joy. Yes, you can hear the band today.
Yeah.
We have speakers outside, so you will be able to hear the band.
Yeah, they're announcing the officials right now.
John Cannon. The headlinesman is Randall McGill. The line judge is Brian Smith. And the back judge is Pierce Pipak.
All right, we're back now. We had that going on, so trying to communicate sign language or whatever means of communication is needed, Aaron, to understand to cut it. But I think he got it. So just reiterating, the Tigers playing the West Trojans today. West comes in at 12-0 overall on the season. They've won their last two playoff games. They played Mineola last week, won that game 35-7. Beat Fairfield in the by-district round of Class 3A Division I Region 2, 55-7. That's an opponent that Malakoff won against also this year. So it's a common opponent there. And also the Grandview game is another common opponent that these two teams had. West upset Grandview. I don't say it's upset. They won against Grandview 28-20 in that one.
It's hard to believe Grandview was out this time, right? This early.
Yeah, hey, a lot of good teams are out, but the better teams play on, and you can't have mistakes this time of the year. You can't afford to come out and be flat either. You got to come out, assert yourself physically, and the physicality of this game is going to matter a whole heck of a lot today, Marcus. Which team is going to be the most physical today? We will see in just a few minutes.
Yes, sir.
The Tigers come in the season with a record of, or coming in today's contest with a record of 9-3. This is the Class 3A Division I Region 2 regional semifinal game. It's a mouthful.
I know.
And we're going to have Gladewater and Mount Vernon play at 7 p.m. tonight.
That'll be the game to watch. If we win, we play the winner of those.
Yeah, and that'll be at Prim Stadium up there in Sulphur Springs, Texas. Beautiful stadium. We were there last week.
Yes, sir.
So that game is a game of interest to both teams. But the game of interest now is West and Malakoff because one of these two teams is going to move on next week and continue their march in the quest of a state championship in Class 3A Division I. Malakoff, I'm excited that we're here today. The Tigers have gotten better each game they've played this year. I know the 3 losses, but if you've been to every game and you've watched every game like we have, we've seen the maturation process happen with this Malakoff team, and they had to find their identity early on as a team. They did that. They've since become a very cohesive unit together in unison. And you've got DK Rose, like I said, one of the heavy hitters, probably one of the most heaviest hitters of the state at linebacker, the linebacking position, I tell you. And you've got Deuce Hart, probably the leader on offense, the senior. Both these seniors on offense. Deuce Hart, he's the motor for this team on offense. DK Rose on defense. And then you got to look at Judson Driscoll, the Malakoff quarterback. His play today may determine the outcome of this football game, Marcus.
Exactly.
So I think in order for Judson to be successful, we'll call him Driscoll the Pistol, because that's what we're always used to calling him, Driscoll the Pistol.
Baby.
I think that the short to intermediate range passes are going to work just fine for him, unless you catch them in a odd coverage on defense. I don't really like throwing the ball deep downfield. I think you stay true to form, your running game, your short passing game, and tunnel screens, so forth. West is going to run a similar game plan as well. They may try to throw deep too, but like I told you earlier, my opinion is that Malakoff has probably the better secondary of these two groups here, and they are battle tested. And you speaking of Jason Tennyson, he's come up for number 13 for Malakoff Tigers. Carter Fuller, who went out this season early with a knee injury, and boy, has he missed. And if you're listening to this game, Carter, man, we sure miss you, man, and we're sorry for what happened to you, but you'll always be a Tiger. Right. That has no bearing on what you've done and helped this team to do, and you're still there for your team. So keep on trucking, young man, and our thoughts and prayers are with you, and hope you have a great rest of your weekend and enjoy a Tiger victory here today. And remember, you're just as part of it as anybody else is on the team and deserving too.
And also a speedy recovery on your surgery you had.
Yep.
I know you're going to be healed real quick. You might come out and play basketball. You might fool them. I don't know.
Well, I tell you what, we've seen some pretty amazing things, and the doctors have got a lot of new technology now where kids can have an ACL repair and be back within 3 to 6 months now. It used to be 1 or 2 years.
Yes, sir.
But now it's certainly something that it takes less time to heal from, is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
This is interesting, Marcus. The last player always in the tunnel, Ryder Rogers.
That's
he's the last person always to come out of the tunnel, and he thinks in his mind that his team goes before him because he thinks of his team as a band of brothers.
Right.
And his band of brothers become before him, and he doesn't want to make a spectacle of himself. He's one of the most unselfish players the Tigers have on their football team.
Wow. And
he has really played good offensively this year. I want to give him a shout-out for that,
awesome.
Marcus.
That's awesome.
And I've noticed this, and I've seen it on Facebook too, and I wanted to give him a shout-out too, because some of these players, especially these big old offensive linemen, they're unsung heroes.
Exactly.
But they're the ones that get in the trenches and do the dirty work up front, and they don't get noticed for it a lot. It's you guys that run the football that get all the fame and the glory. With all the big old hogs, they don't get anything except some corn, maybe cornbread. So kudos to all the offensive and defensive linemen today from me.
Right.
Because these guys, without you guys, we don't get it done. And without the center, and he's the most important person on the team, because if he doesn't snap the ball, the play don't go.
We don't do nothing.
Hey, we'll call it National Centers Day for everybody here, okay? How about that?
And most of all, the fans. We want to thank the fans for listening in and helping this broadcast go farther than what it is, and enjoy it. They love us, and we love them.
And certainly we do it for these kids. We do it for the families who can't be here. That was our goal, our mission. We've accomplished that. We're going to still accomplish that for years to come, I hope, God willing. And we are ready to almost get this thing started. There's 3 minutes until kickoff. The Tigers are in the tunnel. The West Trojans come out of the tunnel right now.
Ooh, they got a bunch of flags.
They do. And got some smoke coming out of them flags, a little red and blue. John Madden would love that.
Oh, my.
And now here comes the Malakoff Tigers.
Yes,
no
sir.
flags, but they are coming out in a business-like approach. And there's Ryder Rogers pulling up the tail end right there, my friend.
Joey. You're right.
So he's coming out last is what he always does. It's kind of a ritual for him. And a lot of people, they won't even change your drawers if they win a game until they lose.
I've seen it.
So
socks either.
There's crazy quirks and things that you do and superstitions, if you will.
I will.
I knew you would. But there's all these crazy superstitions that get going this time of the year. And some people won't shave. They won't cut their hair. They might not even bathe, and you can smell it.
Oh, my.
But we're about to play have the playing of the national anthem here by the West High School Band. Folks, we are excited that you are here today joining our broadcast of the Malakoff Tigers and the West Trojans in the Class 3A Division I regional semifinal contest here at E.H. Hamby Stadium in Mesquite, Texas.
Woo-wee.
And we're going to take a moment to pause to pay homage to our national anthem.
Let me direct your attention to the north end of the stadium, where today our nation's flag is flying proudly. America is still the land of the free because of the brave individuals who make up our armed services and the patriots who have given their lives that we may enjoy the freedoms that we do in this great land. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please stand as we honor America and remember those who keep her safe as Mr. Mark Dorsey directs the West High School Band in the playing of our national anthem.
Well, I tell you what, if they don't give you the case of the goosebumps, I don't know what will. It's high school football in the state of Texas, and it's not Friday Night Lights. It's Friday Sunshine here at E.H. Hamby Stadium. David against Goliath, if you will. Number 7 against number 4. And this has got to feel that everybody is picking West over Malakoff today, even the experts. But they don't know anything until they play it on the field. That's why they don't do it on paper, my friend. We'll listen to the captains for the game here.
For West, number 6, Wyatt Wolf. Number 7, Joseph Pendleton. Number 2, Brandon Vanek, and number 50, Jaden Anderson. Captain for Malakoff, number 2, Deuce Hart. Number 10, DK Rose. Number 11, Judson Driscoll. And number 58, Lance Robertson.
All right. That's the captains for both teams. We'll let the PA announcer's eyes do better than ours. And it's going to look like that Malakoff has won the toss, and I bet they go on offense.
Won the toss, elected to defer.
Oh, they're going to go on defense.
All right.
Well, that's a bold statement.
West will receive in the north end zone.
All right, so Malakoff will have the wind in the fourth quarter, what little of it there is, but it has picked up a little bit now as I look through the flags.
Flag are moving now.
But the Tigers now come in. They're underdogs in this one, Marcus, something they're not really used to.
Right.
But they are underdogs, and I like being the underdog for a lot of reasons. Number one, you surprise a lot of people. But make no bones about it, my friend, West is not surprised. They know what Malakoff has. Malakoff knows what West has. And we would like to thank all of our audience today for joining us for this telecast of high school football where the Malakoff Tigers take on the West Trojans. And this is the Class 3A Division I, Region II State Regional Semifinal football game between these two schools. The Tigers come into today's contest at number 7 in the state of Texas in 3A Division I, and West number 4. And we're about to get things off with the leg of Juan Gonzalez for the Malakoff Tigers. Tigers all in white today, black numerals. And West, white pants, black tops, white numerals. And they've got the snazzy helmets, the black helmets with the red numerals on them. There is a high but short kick. It will be fielded at the 12-yard line. And here comes McCutcheon.
No, sir.
And he is hit, and that is a big hit right there.
Oh, my.
And that's DK Rose, of course.
Duh. With the money.
And that was the Wolf on the, that was Wolf on that return. And Wolf says hello to
sir.
DK Rose.
I think he gave a howl on that. He said, ooh. That hurt.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 18-yard line. Zane Mainin, the quarterback, McCutcheon in the backfield, 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Tigers go 5 down linemen. There's the run by Mainin, and Mainin's going to be stopped. Nice gain on the play of around 5 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5.
Brought down by Lance Robinson. But, hey, and Dak Studley.
Yeah, Studley made the initial tackle there. Robinson had a hand around the ankle.
Yeah.
And I thought there was a flag down the field, but I think someone lost something yellow.
Yeah, it is. It's right there.
You see this around the 26-yard line.
I thought the ref was going to pick it up. I guess not.
Now, tight formation to the right for Mainin and the Trojans, and 2 wide receivers out left. McCutcheon on the left side of Mainin. This is going to be a quarterback run. He is hit and sacked in the backfield for a loss.
Who you think that is? Mr. Lance Robinson himself?
Lance Robinson, Kane Jones in there.
Man. Enjoy. Right now they seem like they're just running the quarterback. Both plays, left and right.
Well, they like to set you up for that, Marcus.
Right. 3rd down right here and long.
Yeah, with that defensive stop right there behind the original line of scrimmage, that puts West in 3rd down and 7.
Yeah.
And now West may choose to throw this football here.
This is where the linebackers got to pay attention right here.
And they like to run it over the middle here. Malakoff's playing a 1 deep safety now. Looks like Massengale's the safety. Man in motion. And they're coming right here. They're going to go to the sticks, throw it. It's picked off.
Yes, sir.
It is picked off. And what a play by Zach Studley. And he takes it down to the West 20-yard line. The Tigers are in business with an interception on 3rd down.
Can you smell it, boy? Let's get it. Malakoff Tigers.
So the Tigers will go on offense, 1st down and 10, already in the red zone with a little defensive help. We talked about the defense, and the defense now. We talked about Malakoff probably having the better linebacking core and the better defensive back. We saw just now what we were talking about right there.
Studley stayed at home, Joy, and ball hit him right in the hand.
The Tigers usually run a spread offense, folks. If you're just joining us, you don't know much about the Tigers, but we appreciate you coming in today. And it's going to be a broken eye out of the pistol formation. And Jackson will be the up back. It's going to be a handoff to Deuce Hart, trying to break it to the outside. Hart has a little running room. Hart, not much, though. That speed of the West defensive front really shows what they can do. Tackle is made by Easton Paxton.
Yeah, Easton Paxton. And he stayed in pursuit, Joy, and didn't let him get outside.
Yeah, just a short gain of 1 right there.
And like you said, Joy, all of them ran to that ball.
This is a very, very good defensive unit flowing to the football. Very fast, sideline to sideline. You've got to run through the tackles on these guys, between the tackles. 3 wide to the right for the Tigers. Little movement there. Swing out pass to the right, trying to get it outside, and Hart will go nowhere. And you can't do that against this team.
Exactly.
This is one of the things that I watched. Sideline to sideline, you may think that you had the most speed to beat this team sideline to sideline, but you see right there that the total team defensive speed is very, very good, and the recipe to beat West is right between the tackles. That's just my opinion, by the way.
Yeah, and that tackle was by Manny Herrera, Joy. He just went to
the football. They're flowing to the football. All 11 go to that football.
Man.
So the Tigers now 2 wide receivers left. West playing a 2 deep zone safety. Pass over the middle, caught it. Oh, incomplete, and that was a 1st down. And Massengale couldn't hang on to it. Oh, my.
Yeah, great throw. I mean, he threw it right in between the zone, Joy, and they just couldn't pull it. So we're going to try this field goal right here, Joy. You said it's going to depend on the kicking team. Let's see. Are they going to try it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I tell
Going
you,
for it.
you got to catch those balls right there in a big game like this. And I'm sure he wants it bad. And he's been a solid receiver all year long for the Tigers. This will be a 39-yard field goal attempt from the right hash. Juan Gonzalez. The kick is up, plenty of leg. It's through the middle, and it is good.
Yes, sir.
And the Malakoff Tigers, off of a turnover, put 3 up on the board. Marcus, that ball would have been good from 60.
I'm trying to tell you.
What a kick that was by Juan Gonzalez. Oh, my.
And with 9:07 seconds left in the first quarter, you got Gonzalez with a 39-yard field goal. Put Tigers on top 3-0.
So the Tigers now will go back on defense after getting that first stop of the game on the turnover, and that's just what you needed. I really would have preferred 6 right there.
Yeah.
You've got a little script going on your play calling there, but now's the time after you see what they're going to do defensively.
Exactly.
You got to run through the middle of those tackles right there, I think.
And I think,
and I'm not questioning anybody or second guessing. I'm just saying my opinion and what an analyst does. And I really believe right now the recipe is to run between the tackles on these guys and wear them down.
And that's what you do, Jordan. Like Coach Driscoll's good at figuring out what to play run after that.
Line drive kick, fair caught at the 4-yard line.
They didn't want to run it back, Jordan.
And that time it was fair caught by Easton Paxton. And here's something to think about here. The Malakoff special teams, and not just one but all of them, hit you so hard. And we've seen this. They go from trying to return it to fair catching the ball. Now, this is also a situation here. If you fair catch the ball inside the 20, then you get the ball on the 25-yard line.
Right.
So it's field position too.
Right.
So here comes the West Trojans. Pistol formation here. Mainen is not the quarterback this time. It's going to be McCutcheons that gets the ball, and he is hit hard.
By Zach Studley, Joe. Studley didn't go for the fake. He stayed at home and made a great tackle.
Yeah, Gus Crane was a quarterback that time for West. He's going to come out now. And
that was McCutcheon with the run, Joe.
Yes, McCutcheon, but Gus Crane was the quarterback on that play.
So like they're going to
and just a little end around, and they'll get creative and get the ball to Wolf and McCutcheon quite a bit. Mainen back in at quarterback. He's got 2 wide to the left and 2 to the right. Ball spot on the near side hash. Man in motion, left to right. Drop back, looks right, looks left, throws over. Oh, what a hit right there. DK Rose.
Oh, my.
And DK, the official says no catch.
He dropped it, Joe.
He hit him so hard that he fumbled the football, but he didn't have possession of it before the fumble occurred.
I think he's seeing purple horseshoes and green clothes.
Well, and I told you earlier that DK Rose is the leader of this team on defense, and they haven't saw a linebacker like DK Rose all year long.
Wow.
So now the Tigers have West at another 3rd down and 7 yards to go here. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Man in motion is Garrett Wolf, right to left. There's the snap. Mainen's going to roll to his left, looks left, throws left, and that ball is picked off by the Tigers once again. 2 interceptions, and that is going to be number 20, Chauncey Hall for the Tigers on the pick.
Chauncey Hall, hey, what a dive.
And this right here, Marcus, let me tell you something. Here's the thing. The Tigers have to score a touchdown right here and assert themselves offensively.
Exactly.
1st down and 10 for the Tigers after another West turnover. And I think West is a little shocked at Malakoff.
They trying to set it up, Joy. They didn't have time.
Ball spotted on the 32-yard line of West.
And, Joy, look, the safeties are all up. It's just all the players on the line.
Well, this is when you can take a chance and go deep right down the middle.
Yes, sir.
Just a post route. They're going to hand it off up the middle. Cannon Poteet, he's hit. No gain on the play.
I would have went for the pass on that one.
Well, and that's one of the things, though, you've got to look at. So you can audible out that play right there. You have no safeties up. Safeties are sucked up. That post route is wide open right there for your receiver.
And you got Massengale and Phillips very quick on their feet and get open real quick on that play, Joe. Maybe you can just go for a post.
Well, listen, they don't have to be quick because they know where they're going. The defense don't know if they're going out or they're going to the middle. So they've got the edge right there. Now 2 safeties drop back. There's a man, and I think this is going to be encroachment on the defense. I'm not sure. They may catch Malakoff here.
Let's see.
There's a lot of nerves right now going on, but I think they're pointing West's way. So it's going to be, let's see. We'll let the head official make the call.
Offside. Defense number 50 with contact. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
All right, so that bodes well for Malakoff after being stunned or stopped that first time. They get 5 yards, 3 yards here.
Yeah, Jaden Anderson came out of bounds, Joe.
So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 2. I still think you put the ball on the ground here and you try to run. Shallow safety's up, and West almost jumps again.
Yes, sir.
West knows they have to get the upper hand here.
Yeah, they're trying to get in there real quick, Joe.
2 wide to the right for the Tigers, 1 to the left. There's a snap, another jump.
Yeah.
And this is Deuce Hart, cuts back against the grain, and Deuce is close to a first down, depending on the spot.
I know it was a flag, Joe. They didn't throw the flag. Wow.
Well, it was close there. And I believe it's going to be a yard shy here. So I like the big backfield right here and just run the ball right at them.
Right. Tackle made by Evan Stewart.
Again, a very good defensive front here for West, but I think the recipe here is to keep the ball out of their hands and run right at them. Play smash mouth football, if you will.
I will.
3rd and 1 for the Tigers. Broken eye formation out of the pistol. There's the handoff. And Deuce Hart, again, you can't take the ball outside on these guys.
Wow.
They're, number one, there's no blocking, and they're just too fast left to right here, Marcus, from sideline to sideline. We said it before.
Wow.
And Hart's going to have to realize that he's not going to be able to use his speed in this game to break out to the outside. He's going to have to cut back and hit that first hole that he sees. That time, that was on Hart.
And now, Joe, we have another field goal.
This is going to be a 42-yard attempt from Juan Gonzalez here. Neither team able to move the ball offensively so far. There's the snap. The hold is good. The kick is up. And that kick is no good.
Oh, wow.
He pushed it left, so West does a great job defensively. And, again, we talk about kicking right there. So West will take over with the ball at the 25-yard line. So, basically, it's just like having another fair catch on the kickoff. The Tigers are going to have to get in the ear of these running backs and tell them they're going to have to run between the tackles here.
Exactly.
2 backs in the backfield now for West. They're going to pull the tackle to the right from left. A hit and hit hard. That's DK Rose, and that's number 7, Joseph Pendleton, the backup running back.
Ooh, Biscuit in the house.
And no gain on the play, Marcus.
He's on fire. Ooh, both. Hey, 2 strong defensive games, Joe. Like you said, it's going to come down to the defense.
Well, there's a lot of people not giving Malakoff enough credit defensively coming into this ball game, but right. I'm telling you, because we watch all these games, we know the real deal here.
Right.
West, 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 2 backs in the backfield again. They love to pull the tackles and the guards. Little smoke and mirrors play, and the quarterback punches up ahead for a 5-yard gain to the 30-yard line.
Stopped by Zach Studley.
So they thought that the running back was going to go to the left with a handoff, but you saw the left guard and tackle pull to the right. And the quarterback just trying to follow the guard and tackle upfield, but a good job by the linebackers of the Tigers once again.
And I think they got somebody shouting that quarterback, Joe. He's not getting anywhere this day.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 5 for West. And the Tigers have been very good so far defensively with 2 turnovers off the bat and 3 points to account for it. And he's going to have to run. He's sacked in the backfield, gets through. That's Doc Renberg, folks.
The diggity Doc, y'all.
The sophomore. Now West is going to have to punt.
Yeah.
But I was thinking to say the defense is on point right now for both teams.
And you got Boss Hogg in the back, Joy. He's going to escape.
Here's the thing. Chauncey Hogg, this is not going to be a game of speed.
Right.
Both of these teams have a lot of speed. You got to get the speed out of your mind right now because you're not going to win on speed. You're going to win on getting as many yards as you can. That punt's almost blocked.
Ooh.
A poor punt right there.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to go out of bounds at the midfield stripe. The Tigers will have great field position on another short field position here.
Like
They're going to mark it at 49, yeah.
49.
Well, they always go to that yard
right.
up. It gets me every time.
And right now, so far, so good, Joy. Both teams are playing great. Just got to put some points on the board right now.
We talked about this in pregame, that this might be a defensive game, and right now it's turning out to be a defensive game. Malakoff has the best of West so far of the turnover game, 2-0. But you got to capitalize on those turnovers if you're Malakoff. You can't afford to not put any points on the board. First down and 10 for the Tigers. Ball spotted at the West 49-yard line. Pistol formation down the broken eye. Tigers need to go between tackles right here. There's going to be the fake on the handoff. A man wide open in the middle. Driscoll can't see it.
Ooh.
Driscoll's going to have to run, and he goes nowhere.
Who's that? Doc? Yeah,
Renberg was wide open in the middle of the field, but Driscoll was being chased down and couldn't see Renberg downfield, but he was wide open, and that's what you got to do, though.
Yeah.
You've got to have somebody go to the middle of the field and make them respect that and back up, put 2 safeties in the back.
Exactly.
Like I said, these guys are fast, Marcus, sideline to sideline. You're not going to win a foot race too many times here.
Even the big guys fast. I thought they were slow.
And looking for 22 there. I don't know where he's at for the Tigers. 2 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Little tunnel screen, and he drops it again.
Oh, my.
This time it's the Tiger wide receiver,
Corey
Phillips. And that's 2 drops there offensively. That would have been a big gainer.
Yes, sir. We got to catch that ball. And that play right there might work. Well, it did work. We just didn't catch it.
It only works if you catch it, my friend.
That's right.
Now 3rd down and 10, a down that both teams have been very familiar with so far.
4 minutes, 12 seconds left in the first quarter. Your score is still 3-0. Tigers on top.
All right, this is the play right here where you've got 2 stacked receivers to the left, maybe a rub route. There's no deep safety. Now they're putting 2 back.
It's 2 back.
Now they're dropping off and giving some leeway here. Pass downfield is going to be incomplete, and that just shouldn't have been thrown right there.
He kind of threw that into
He threw it into double coverage right there, and he had to put it in a tight window. He couldn't fit in that tight window right there. Now it's going to be 4th down for Malakoff. They'll have to punt the ball away.
Man.
So Garrett Wolf back deep now.
No yards on that possession, Joy. They still on the 49.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a stalemate so far between these 2 teams defensively.
Oh.
But, as I said before, a timeout's going to be called on the field of play by West. Their first one of the half. They'll have 2 remaining.
Yeah, West had too many players on the field, Joy, so Coach had to call a timeout.
Well, maybe they thought Malakoff's going to do a fake punt. They wanted to put 13 or 14 out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Tigers, this is where, you can catch an overly aggressive team off guard, too, is on these 4th down situations. Right. They may be trying to set up a punt and oblivious to what the punter is trying to do. He may be able to scoot around one of the outside edges here and pick up a 1st down, but I don't think he's going to try it with 10 yards to go.
Right. Kind of get us a good kick and try not to kick out of bounds, get around the 1 or 2 yard line if we can.
And I kind of think right here that if you're the Tigers, and see, West is dropping 2 back here, so you've got a bit of a numbers game going on now.
And that left-hand side is open for a whole bunch of stuff to go on.
So 2 dropping deep back. Oh, very high punt, but Studley does a good job getting down, or high snap, excuse me. This is going to be caught, fumbled, and it'll be down at the 14-yard line. Cannon Poteet down there for the Tigers to make sure that the young man who caught that ball, which was Cade Bing.
Like they put that on the 19 right there.
Yeah, they did. They put it on the 19-yard line. That's a good spot right there.
Yes, sir.
So, again, Tigers get them a little bit deep back in there into the field here, and now West has got to get something going. Main in the quarterback, McCutcheon in the backfield. Tigers showing 5 down defensively up front. They're going to give the ball to McCutcheon. McCutcheon's hit. And that is Austin Massengale stepping up in there and making the initial contact, gain of 3.
Yeah, Massengale kind of hit him low, Joy, and wrapped up and took the leg away from him.
And that's very important in this game for these guys to understand. This is a pretty big back. He will bounce off of arm tackles and tackles up high. So you've got to wrap up down low. Kid's got some big thighs, but that's where you tackle this big back at down low.
Yes, sir.
But I like their game plan. They're trying to get the middle run game going. I like what they're doing here. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1 back in the backfield. It's going to be a little option play to the left, a pitch out.
No,
the Tigers are there and get him down, and no gain on the play. Maybe a loss of 1, Marcus.
Great talk about D.K. Rose, but assisted by a whole bunch of Tigers.
Well, here's what we're talking about. We talked about the Malakoff offense trying to get around the corners on West.
You can't do it on us.
You're not going to be able to do it on Malakoff either. So right now this is going to be a stalemate right here between these 2 teams until they figure out something.
3rd and about 7, Joy, so let's see what the
Yeah, this is where
Trojans
you play
can do.
chess and not checkers.
There you go.
Third down, and we'll call it 8, I believe, Marcus? No, not. It'd be 7.
And you're a good chess player. I'm a checker player. Joe.
2 wide receivers right for West, 2 to the left. Malakoff goes down to a 4-down alignment. This is going to be a pass. Bubble screen set up. Wolf has the ball. Wolf breaks free. Wolf is hit behind the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to say flag the other team, but no.
Yeah, the officials have none of that suit.
That was brought down by Hunter Chapman. So let's see.
Yeah, no, it was Doc Renberg. Hunter Chapman's on the field, buddy.
I thought I seen 17. I guess not.
There's my eyes.
I'm gonna need them binoculars now. That laser surgery didn't do nothing for me, man.
Well, it's wearing off.
I'm telling you, getting old.
Looks like Bean will punt the ball away to the Tigers. Tigers probably get good field position. Almost blocked.
Ooh.
And that ball is kicked very, very short. The Tigers going to have great field position once again. The ball rolls out of bounds around the 40, we'll call it the 45. That's where he's going to spot it, I bet.
Let's see.
And I was right.
You're right.
So the Tigers have the ball again in West territory.
Hey, both times.
The 4th possession now. The Tigers have had the ball, and they're in West field. They got to do something this drive here.
And with 1 minute, 51 seconds, they got to make it happen.
Listen, you can't keep a team like West sitting here giving them more confidence than what they should be allowed to get right here. You've got to go after the jugular vein right here if you're the Tigers.
Let's get it.
Looks like DK Rose is going to be the fullback in a broken eye out of the pistol. They're trying to stretch it out to the outside. Nice block by Rose,
Yes,
and he
sir.
seals the edge.
Oh.
But outside there, the receiver did not get a good block right there. And Corey Phillips did not turn. If Corey Phillips would have turned his man inside there, Deuce Hart would have had the outside.
Yeah, Manny Herrera was right there for that easy tackle.
If you're playing receiver, you've got to have a good block on the outside, and I believe that's why Cannon Poteet may be coming in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I tell you what, your receivers in this type of game, they are key if you want to have a chance to run outside. If your receivers can't get the block, there's no way to run outside. 2nd down, and we'll call it 8 to go for the Tigers. There's a snap. Another run from Hart.
No, sir. Tackle by Brandon Vendex. Right at the line, George. Wow. I tell you right now, both teams ain't getting no running game off in here right now.
And I think both teams have come in saying, oh, we can run the football.
Right.
And they're going to have to understand, man, they're going to have to make some adjustments here, you know.
Real quick, like.
So 3rd down and 8 now, up and coming for the Tigers. Tigers got 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. And the 3-man alignment here is where you might try to run. Driscoll Rose to his right, throws downfield a bullet, caught, complete. Zach Studley to the 30.
And that's why they call him Driscoll the pistol. That was a pistol play right in there, right in his chest.
That was a great throw, a great look right there, and a great catch. And here's the thing. They caught him in a 3-down alignment, Marcus, which put them in a zone. They were playing zone coverage half in the field, and all you got to do right there is send that receiver and turn around a little button hook route, and he did, and that's what he read. Good play by the offense.
Yes, sir.
1st down and 10, Malakoff. That might be their first down.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think either team. This is the first down of the first quarter.
Say that fast. First quarter going to be over.
Speaking of first quarter, that's the end of the first quarter. Your Malakoff Tigers are on top by a score of 3-0. When they come back, the Tigers will have the wind at their back with 1st down and 10. First quarter ends. Wow, what a first quarter. Join us for the 2nd quarter in just a moment, folks.
Yes, sir.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Texas. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
And we're back, Joy, with 3-0. Tigers on top. Tigers in possession of the ball.
First down and 10 for the Tigers here. 2 stacked receivers to the right, standing at the far right sideline at the numbers. 1 split out left, handoff, and here goes Deuce Hart. He breaks. Hart avoids 1 tackle and down to the 21-yard line, close to another Tiger first down. Okay, so here's what's going on now. Malakoff is spreading them out here with 4 receivers.
Yes, sir.
And then that's creating a mismatch and some running lanes for Deuce Hart. And that's especially what Deuce Hart needs is those running lanes.
And I tell you, they didn't went up to the sideline and drew up something. And
they need to keep doing it because that's the recipe right here is run the football. But you got to spread this defense out a little bit and give Deuce a little room to run, excuse me. 2 stacked to the left now. This could be a pass right here. It's going to be a run. Deuce Hart again has first down yardage inside the 20 to the 17. Excuse me, the 18.
Brought down by Gage Gordon.
So this is when your big offensive line can take control of the ball game and start wearing this defense down. Now listen, Malakoff's had time of possession over West so far in this game, which tells me that their defense is a little winded right now, and by the hands on the hips, they look a little tired.
Because they hands on the hip, but they ain't letting their backbone slip. They tired.
Yep. The 3 wide receivers to the right for the Tigers. H-back in motion left to right, Studley. Rolling right. This is going to be a design quarterback keeper. Oh. And Driscoll, is picked up and body slammed. That looked like a WWE body slam right there.
Joe, that was I think that was a Poteet.
Oh, Poteet on the run. Okay.
Yeah. I knew he looked too
big.
I was like, hold him up.
I think he went out of the Wildcat that time, Marcus.
Yes, sir.
All right, I like the play call right there. That's a good play call.
Yes, sir.
So 4 yards, bring up second down and 6 for Malakoff. They are in Gonzalez's range. 2 backs in the backfield now, and this is one of those formations here that man in motion is Deuce Hart. Hand off to Jackson, the big body, bruising his way down to the 12-yard line.
Brought down by number 50, Jaden Anderson.
So right there you use Deuce Hart as a decoy. They see Hart going in motion out of the backfield. They forget about Jackson, and he steamrolls ahead for a couple.
Enjoy. Everybody pointed at Deuce when he did the option.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You've seen they play assignment football. They had the linebacker step up and make that tackle there. It was a great play defensively, too. I'll tell you what, 2 good football teams right here.
Yeah.
For sure.
Great game.
Malakoff, 2 wide receivers to the left. Tied in with a hand in the ground on the right. Man in motion. Going to be a play to the left. Deuce Hart trying to get to the outside. Hart cuts up. Hart has the first down.
Yes, sir. We'll take the first.
I tried to say he was carrying the cart, and I called him cart instead of Hart. Tell you what, my protein shake with coffee has kicked in.
Uh-oh, let's get it. Kick it in, baby.
Folks, if you're trying to text us or message us or call us, we can't see that. We're not paying attention to our phones on social media. All of our undivided attention is to this game. First down and goal for the Tigers. Ball spotted on the 8-yard line. And Driscoll looks over to Coach Driscoll on the sideline. Driscoll to Driscoll. Let's see if he can deliver the pistol.
There it is.
There's a handoff. Deuce Hart crashing ahead, stopped at the 5. Ooh. I like the run there now. Listen, he only got a couple of yards right there, but I like the run because what you're doing is wearing down that defensive front right there. And Hart, even being a small individual, lowers that shoulder and lays the boom right there.
Yeah. You get tired of getting that boom land on you, don't you?
If you get hit enough, you certainly will.
I'm telling you. We know for a fact.
Second down and goal for Malakoff. This is something here where you might slip your tight end out of the backfield here.
Look at those Malakoff fans over there.
Yeah, you got West stacking the line right now. Everybody up in the box. Man in motion. This is going to be a handoff. Hart down at the 4-yard line, I believe, or they might not have gave him the 4. Not much there. Listen, here's the thing right here. If you want to run something, you probably need to put Hart on the right side, maybe a jet sweep right here.
Yeah.
You've got to utilize some of your speed here while they're up in the box. See, West is up in the box here, which tells me they can run to the outside if they get the key blocks.
Malakoff.
The Tigers will take their first time out of the half with 7:32 remaining in the first half. This game is going by super quick because both teams are trying to run the football.
Exactly. When you run the ball,
and this is one of these old smash mouth Thanksgiving football games that you love to see on TV the day of Thanksgiving. Always like the Bears and the Detroit Lions, which their records this year are crappy, but it was that kind of game, a throwback game, if you will, where the defenses take over.
I will.
And if you get lucky, you're going to have an offensive score.
Yes, sir. We're going to see who ate the most turkey right now, Joe, because it's, running the ball takes a lot of steam out of you, man.
Let me tell you something. 7:32 left to play in the first half. Tigers up 3-0. Tigers need to score some points here. It doesn't matter if it's 3 or 6 or 7.
Put something on the board.
They need to put something on the board right here. The Tigers can hold West here again. They might get another possession before the end of the half, and then you're really set up because coming out of the break from half, you get the ball back.
Yes, sir.
So Malakoff, it'll be 3rd down and goal from the 5. Watch a little slant route up top here. I believe that's going to be Corey Phillips up top. Man in motion, right to left. That might have been a quick snap there.
Yeah,
that was.
It hit Studley. It hit Studley while he was in option.
Yeah, you take a timeout right there to try to run the correct play, and you get it. That you can't do that.
Yeah, we got to go for a field goal right here, Joe. Wow, that was a perfect play for the goal.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Driscoll's too happy with that. Your man in motion's got to be faster going across there.
Wow.
So this will be a 24-yard attempt, 3rd field goal attempt of the game by Gonzalez. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up. He drills it through the uprights. It is good.
Yes, sir.
And the Tigers take the lead 6-0 with 6:49 left to play in the first half here. Me and Marcus will be right back.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school, plus all those memories that are on the line too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family.
All right, folks, sorry we had to cut that one a little bit short, but they're about to kick the ball off here. The Tigers are. Juan Gonzalez from his own 40-yard line, and back deep's Garrett Wolf and also the return man Easton Paxton. So Gonzalez has the wind at his back now. There's a kick. It's going to be a short end-over-end kick, and it's going to be a fake reverse by Eastman, and he is pelted at the 25.
Yeah, right when the ball should have been.
So that's the thing there. They're trying a little bit of gadget plays here to get the Tigers a little off balance. And the Tigers especially have to watch out on offense right here because this is the time where they'll pull the tricks out of their bag.
Yeah, they've been hitting them with the run. They see they can't pass, Joe. They kind of hesitant about the pass game because they have 2 interceptions already. So
empty set backfield right here. So they're going with 2 tight ends. But now McCutcheons goes to the backfield. They're trying to throw Malakoff off a bit here. This is going to be just a quarterback draw.
No, sir. Oh.
And he's going to be hit after a 2 or 3 yard gain and then push backwards. And a great play by
Davion Tolliver.
Yeah, well, Tolliver and the rest of the whole defense.
Yes, sir.
So 3 yard gain on the play, 2nd and 7. That clock's still rolling. And I tell you what, that field goal that Gonzalez missed, it should have been probably 9-0 right now. So you got a little breathing room here now, but wide receivers put out to the right and the left. And this is going to be a rollout pass by design, trying to run and throws it out of bounds, and they switch the quarterback that time. And that's Gus Crane, the quarterback.
And the quarterback is getting on 63. Luke Wines, he missed a block, and the coach didn't like that.
Well, when Crane comes in, he's your passing quarterback, it looks like, and Mainen is the running quarterback. Now it's 3rd down and 7 with 6:01 left because that incomplete pass. So the Tigers, if they can hold right here, will get the ball back with plenty of time to try to drive down and get some more points on the board.
Yes, sir.
The most important thing, the West punting game has not been very strong.
Right.
So we talked about 3 phases of the game. Special teams right now is Malakoff's favor. 2 wide to the right, 2 to the left, 4 west. Malakoff with a 4 down defensive alignment. Back to passes, Mainen. Mainen's going to step up. Mainen's going to run. Mainen is hit.
By Biscuit.
And, oh, my goodness, what a hit right there.
DK Rose put the foul on him, George. He got to punt this one.
And they are going to punt it. DK Rose with a heavy hit right there. And I don't think West has been hit that hard all year long, my friend.
Ooh, mama, there go that man.
Well, we talked about it in pregame. He is the heartbeat of that defense, and I'm talking about DK Rose, folks. And if you're watching this at home, you just saw why.
Pop goes the Weasel because the Weasel go pop.
Chauncey Hogg back deep to receive this punt. And it's a nice punt, an end-over-end punt, and Hogg probably needs to just get away from it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if you're Hogg right there, you've got to go ahead and account for the ball to go over your head first. It's always easier to run up than backwards.
Right.
And, you missed an opportunity for a return right there.
Right.
And it's probably the nerves of the sophomore. You're in the playoffs, it's 3rd round, you're a sophomore. Yeah. I'm sure his legs are trembling just a bit here. But again, special teams, the nod to special teams goes to the Malakoff Tigers, in my opinion. So the Tigers come out 1st down and 10.
And Trojans got them pinned back, where they want them at, George. So one of these offenses got to step up and make something happen. Right now, both offenses are struggling.
Malakoff, 2 wide receivers left, 1. And there's a handoff. Deuce Hart breaks a little bit up the middle. And this is what I like right here. I like that ability to act like you're going to go to the outside. You get the over-pursuing defense to bite on it. Then you can cut back through your hole, your running lane, and push ahead for 5 or 6 yards there.
Yes, sir.
4:54 left to play in the first half. Malakoff on top 6-0 to nail-biter here. We talked about it pregame. This might be a close football game.
Right now, it's looking very close, George.
Tigers 2 wide receivers to the left. H-back lined up on the right. Man in motion. Watch the Zet sweep, and here it comes. Austin Massengale loses yards there.
Tristan Glatton, George, was just went under unblocked.
Yeah, Tristan Gallon right there. No one bothers to block him. And this is where your wide receivers are going to have to make good blocks on the edge to set that edge. And this is what I mean, assignment football. This defense is solid playing the assignment football.
Yes, sir.
You've got to go to the air right here, I would think. 3 wide to the left for Malakoff, 1 to the right. Nobody in the middle. Pass downfield is picked off, and he shouldn't have threw that one.
Yes, sir. Tried to squeeze it in to Zach Studley.
You squeeze it between 2 players. You can't do that in a game like this.
Picked off by Brandon.
And I listen. I know he wants that one back, but you've got to live to play another down there, and that's a swing of field position right there. So 3 turnovers in this one, 2 in the first quarter by West, now 1 in the second quarter by Malakoff.
Right here, Malakoff defense got to keep him out of the end zone.
2 running backs in the backfield, and this is what these momentum swings here. There's McCutcheon, and there goes McCutcheon. You can't get him started. Ball down to the 26-yard line of the Tigers.
Hit down low by Austin Massengale.
So they just haven't fed the ball to McCutcheon very much, and now they're getting it to him, and the Tigers might be getting a little winded here.
Yeah, that was a big 5-yard gain.
Yeah, you got to keep that offense on the field as much as possible. Give your defense a little break, Receivers 2 to the right. Malakoff spreads out a little bit. The middle's got to be watched here. This is going to be a handoff to Pendleton, and Pendleton up ahead for a first down.
Once again, hit down low by Austin Massengale for the stop.
That goes back to the turnover there. It's a momentum shift right there. You get the kids into the game right there. they're stymied there and they have no rhythm going. Now they get the turnover. It's plus territory, and now they get the feeling, and okay, we've got some momentum here. Let's take advantage of it. And here's what happens when you do. First down and 10 for West. The Trojans moving the football now for the first time of the first half, really. Too wide to the right. Hand signal given by the quarterback, Mainin. This is a handoff to McCutcheon. McCutcheon following his blocks. He's gone. And that's what I was afraid of right there. That should have been a penalty right there for taunting, but and that's the thing. They lull you to sleep right there, and then they hit you. And that's all result of a turnover right there.
Yep.
6-6, our score with 2:39 left to play in the first half. On the right here, we were talking about, you know, if you play turnover free right here, you got a good chance of winning this ball game, you know. But when you make a mistake at your end of the field like that, it's tough to overcome. Now here comes the extra point by number 70, Cash Fuller. The kick is up, and it is good.
Got a new leader on top. West goes on top of Malakoff, 7-6.
Yeah, and here's the thing. West gets their one turnover. They make Malakoff pay with 6 quick points right after the turnover. Still with 2:39 left to play in the first half. Certainly Malakoff has time.
Receiving team number 6. Runny's decline. The point's good.
So I'm not sure what they're talking about over there right now with the coaches here, but the officials are, I believe that's Coach Watkins over there talking to the coaches.
Yeah, one of the Malakoff Tigers got stepped out of bounds. I mean, I forgot what he did.
Well, no, they called offsides on the PAT
offsides.
attempt.
Exactly.
And of course, they declined
and
to
took
points.
the point. Yeah.
Yeah, and on any level of football, you know, I'm not going to beat a dead drum here, but turnovers are so important in any football game. And then it gets the crowd into it like they are right now for West.
Right.
And then you lose momentum because you just made a mistake and you kind of get down, and the other team feels that and feeds off of it. Tigers need to play up right here. Herrera's not going to kick this ball very deep. I don't know if they saw that on the video or not, but they don't kick it deep here. And they could kick an onside kick here. They have before. And there's the short kick, and nobody home. Fielded by number 3, Corey Phillips, and again.
Yeah, Malakoff is playing kind of hesitant right now.
Well,
you shouldn't do that.
And again, when Herrera comes in to kick, he's not kicking the ball deep at all. Oftentimes, he will squib kick it or kick it onside. From all the video I've watched, Malakoff lines up deep right there, and then you have nobody camping out under the ball, and you got West running with a full head of steam downfield.
And that's no good.
So you've got, again, you have to be right there and put yourself in a position. First down and 10 for Malakoff.
2 minutes, 35 seconds left in the first half. 7-6, Trojans on top.
2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1 man in the backfield. Trojans bringing pressure from the backside. Slip screen, Massengale trying to break free, no gain. And there's a late hit after on Poteet, and it's not called. Manny Herrera with a late push.
Blake Miller on the tackle.
Well, they give him 1, so it's going to be second down and 9.
Yep, we'll take that.
West now dropping with 2 safeties. That safety on the right side is way up.
Yeah.
Malakoff's going to try to stretch it again. There goes Hart. He breaks, and Hart all the way to the 34-yard line before he's brought down. And it's Crane in there, the backup quarterback. And I actually don't think it was Crane on the tackle. It was Easton Paxton, number 15, the left corner.
They're like 15, Easton Paxton.
Very important down right here. 3rd down and 2 with 1:31 left. Tigers get the ball back. You don't want to give West the ball back with any time left. Maybe you call a timeout and talk about it, but they're going to run it. They run it right to the heart of the defense. They do get the first down. The clock will stop until the chains move. I like the call right there.
And we definitely have to get this offense kicking right now, Joe.
Well, we need at least to put 3. We're back to needing 3 on the board right here.
Right.
So 3 on the board right here makes it a 2-point game in favor of the Tigers. But right now, Tigers trail by 1. This is going to be a pass. Oh, no. He's got to step up in the pocket and run. Has some running room if he gets the block by Studley. And there goes Driscoll down to the 44-yard line. That's a great run right there. It took a lot of time off the clock, though.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, in that time, you've got to, Studley has to get a block right there. He gets a block. There's no telling how many yards he gets. The quarterback's pistol gets down to the right side.
He had a bunch of room, too.
I think Studley didn't know where the quarterback was there, and he
Right.
kind of stopped. But they'll tell you, don't stop till that whistle blows.
Exactly.
You got to hit somebody.
Don't stop till you get enough.
Delayed draw to the backside.
Good
Nice
play.
looking play developing. Hart with the first down. He trips up.
Tripped
The
on
turf
the field.
monster got him.
Yes, sir. Tackled by number 50, Jaden Anderson.
Well, no, he wasn't tangled.
But
Anderson
tripped.
just fell on him because he tripped on the turf right there.
43 seconds and counting.
Yeah, they need to hurry up
Yeah,
right here.
we got
They
to kind of speed it up.
the Tigers have 2 timeouts here, and
Oh, my. 30 seconds.
yeah, too much time. Driscoll rolls to his left, throws left, pass is caught and completed at the 45-yard line. He is out of bounds. Nice comeback route right there by the Tigers.
So that gives us a good little time. Glad he caught it and the ball went out of bounds. That stopped the clock at 24 seconds.
Yeah, because they allowed a lot of time to draw off that clock.
Yeah.
With 2 timeouts in their pockets right here.
Now, if we can get a touchdown or get in at least field goal range,
Well-
and we can stop the clock with a timeout, we got 2.
Again, no safeties right here. All your safeties look like they're playing up right now. And they're giving Malakoff a lot of room
Yes,
here.
true.
This
Yes.
could be a good outside play to the right coming. Looks right. He's going to throw. No, he's going to step up. Under duress, sack. You can't have that right there.
Timeout, coach. Malakoff calls the timeout to stop the clock at 17 seconds, Joe.
Yeah, and that was just a great defensive play right there. West brought the pressure right there. Driscoll tries to step up in the pocket. Couldn't see the receiver downfield, so he has to tuck it up, take the sack. Now you got 3rd down coming up here with 7 yards to go. And, whoa.
Yeah, I just didn't like that. 17 seconds. Tigers down by 1 point. Tigers need to make this offense work, Joy. Get on the scoreboard for real. But we get the ball back second half. Coach, I hope Coach probably came in, Joe. I think this is going to be probably a long post pass right here. We got to get far as we can and try to, if we get an incomplete pass, the clock stops too. So hopefully he'll do that.
Well, it's 3rd down.
Yeah.
So if you get an incompletion
Oh, yeah,
right here,
you're
it's
right.
not going to help you.
Oh, it ain't going to be no good.
You don't want to leave them any time. They scored really quick a while ago. And McCutcheon's one of those kids, you give him a hole, he's going to take it. He's gone. 2 wide receivers left, 2 backs in the backfield, man in motion down the backfield. It's Hart to the left. Little bubble screen. Here goes Hart with his speed. Hart to the 40 hit, and at the 39-yard line, he's dropped down. Now the clock will stop momentarily. The Tigers will use their last timeout, it looks like.
Ugh.
You have 11 seconds. I think you've got one play here that you can throw to the sidelines here, maybe an out pattern. And if you can throw something 10, 15 yards downfield here on an out pattern, I think that you need Gonzalez to at least get to the 20-yard line for a field goal try here.
Right, yeah, get the ball to spike it, stop the clock if we can.
But now we saw him hitting it for 45, so if it's 45, the ball really needs to be at the 27, 28-yard line for him trying that 45 and under range. That's where I would be comfortable with him trying that field goal at. Big leg, though, and he does have the wind behind him.
Most definitely.
3 wide receivers right now. Tigers have the field split. This is the formation I love right here because it forces West to go to a 3-down alignment. Man in motion, right to left, is Corey Phillips. Plays rolled left. Nobody open. Now thrown.
Ooh.
And it's incomplete.
With 6 seconds left on the clock, Joe. Right now, I was just sitting everybody.
Well, you still got a chance right here with 6 seconds. That play only took 5 seconds. If you run another quick out pattern, maybe go to the wide side of the field right here and throw it quickly. You got a chance to get a couple more yards, then you can come try the field goal. Right now, as it stands, it would be a 57-yard field goal attempt, and that's no bueno. 6 seconds. Strip to the right, one wide receiver left. Rolls to the right, needs to run an out pattern, and does, and throws it in the dirt.
2 seconds. 2 seconds left on the clock for second half.
Now you got to throw it to the end zone here.
Yeah, let him go.
2 seconds left. You've got to throw the ball deep to the end zone and hope for a pass interference call, which if you get the PI call right here, you have a chance still to kick the field goal here and go into the half with a lead of 9-7 if you make the field goal. 2 wide to the right, 2 to the left.
Here we go.
Driscoll rolls right, delayed handoff. Deuce Hart has some running room, cuts back against the grain, and that's not going nowhere but 5. That would have been a great play, though, and this is something you can build on going to the locker room. The Tigers will have the ball back to start the second half. Both sides on their feet for the Res Trojans and the Malakoff Tigers. But I can assure you right now there's some very nervous folks on this west sideline. Well, folks, we're going to take a break, get us some water, go to the restroom possibly, and we'll be back momentarily and get you some popcorn, some leftover dressing, turkey, whatever it is you like, and get ready to watch a good second half of football.
Yes, sir.
Chambers. And now, the pride of Malakoff, Tiger Band. Okay, Malakoff fans, put your hands together as the Pride performs Go, Fight, Win. To continue this afternoon's performance, the Tiger Band will perform one of our crowd favorites, Talkin' Out the Side of Your Neck. And now, on your feet, Malakoff fans, the band concludes today's performance with the Malakoff Fight Song. Thank you for your kind attention, ladies and gentlemen. Tiger Band is under the direction of Scott Patricia and Tristan Zamora.
challengers are Tori Bustamante, Hope McCluggett, Estella Perez, and Haley Souter. The Dazzler of the Week is Kyla Judy. The team manager is Ella Nemec. The Dazzlers are under the direction of Christina Harwell, and the team will perform 2 pushes.
Tell me if this hurts if I'll punch you with it. What? Plastic racks? No. Tell me if this hurts.
The Pride of West proudly presents their 2021-2022 marching show, Hide and Seek.
Luke, I got double block. This steps again. Wait, no, there's either half I'm covered. No. Yeah. The whole band is. They've already did it. The whole band is faster than where's the tree? We're supposed to have a tree.
Schools for Mesquite.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school, plus all those memories that are on the line too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Malakoff Tigers Sports Network's broadcast of Malakoff Tiger football. We are in a regional semifinal game between the Malakoff Tigers and the West Trojans. And the Tigers trail by 7-6 here in the first half. We've had 3 first-half turnovers. Malakoff has intercepted quarterback Zane Minan twice, and Judd Driscoll has been picked off once for West. And Malakoff capitalized on 1 of 2 turnovers, only scoring 3 points. And West made the biggest statement with their 6-yard or touchdown of 6, and then hit the extra point, made it 7-6. So the Tigers offensively have got to get something going a little bit better than what they did in the first half, because West defense stuffed Malakoff pretty good in the first half there, Marcus. And,
Yeah.
you know, what we're looking at in the second half, it's been a defensive game. We said that this would be a pretty good defensive game to watch before the game started, and it's living up to the bill right now. And both teams' defenses look fairly strong. For Malakoff, you got to get your receivers to do a better job blocking there, I think, in the second half. And one thing we know about Coach Jamie Driscoll and all his coaches, in the second half they do a really good job of making adjustments
they fix it good.
to what was happening in the first half. Malakoff gets the ball first here. I think Malakoff, it's pretty much imperative that Malakoff takes this drive and scores here. You know, one of the things here I want to bring out and mention here, Herrera, if you've watched him play all year long, I'm not sure if the kids watched the game last week or not, but he's not going to kick it deep.
Right.
And we got to put ourselves in a position where he's going to kick probably the 20, 25-yard line, and it could be an onside kick right here. You got to watch out. You've got 2 men on the right side of Herrera that are playing about the 41-yard line. There's another short kick caught at the 35. And to the 41 is number 31 for the Tigers, and that's going to be
that was 21.
21, I believe. Yeah, that's going to be Stearman.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, you kind of cringe right there when you see that you don't just take a knee, but he did gain a couple of yards there and get set up Malakoff with good field position at the 40-yard line. So the Tigers had the ball 60 yards away again. In great field position. They've had good field position the entire first half, but just unable to produce points. And West has been able to produce the time that they've been there. So 7-6, 11:56 left to go in this third quarter. Malakoff trails by 1. Malakoff has the ball. There's a defensive jump.
We got a free play.
And there is a free play, like you said. No gain on the play right there. And, again, that was Brandon Vanek on the tackle.
Yeah.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty assessed for encroachment against the defense, so it's a free play.
Offside. Defense, number 7. 5-yard penalty. First down.
You know, Vanek, I believe, was coming off that left, or Malakoff's right side, or Malakoff's left side there.
And I see we didn't change up on the run game, George, the same kind of play, and, stopped.
Yeah, 2 backs in the backfield now for the Tigers. 1 wide receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Here comes the run. And, again, nothing doing there. And there's a push after the ball is ran to the left side. And, again, you can't run to that left side. It's Jacob Boggs on the stop.
Yeah, Boggs pushed him out of bounds and gave him the finger, telling him no.
I mean, that should have been taunting right there.
Yes, sir.
I don't agree with that not being called. So it's 2nd down and 4. A gain of, they're going to give him a yard, but again, the outside is not where you want to run on this defense, and if you do, you've got to have the ability to set the edge and block. Tennyson in the backfield now for the Tigers. This is going to be a handoff to Tennyson. Here goes Tennyson. Tennyson in the midfield has a first down, and you've got to have more Tennyson. That is your recipe for the second half.
Exactly.
This young man is the most electric player on this field given the opportunity. There's his first touch. It goes for a first down and a gain of 6 yards.
He just got good eye vision and footwork, Joey, so he sees he can squeeze in anything.
Exactly. He hits the hole of the authority, Marcus, and once he gets to the outside, it's a foot race, and usually he's going to win those foot races.
The bird.
Just a freshman. 2 wide receivers left, 1 man in motion, right to left, Zach Studley. There's another jump, and I think that I'm not sure who they're going to catch. They may send Malakoff back 5 on this one.
Yeah, let's see.
The official will give the call right here.
False start. Offense.
Yep.
Number 55. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Make that 1st and 15.
Yeah, you know, the center is the person that you least expect to have a false start call against.
Right. We had one last night with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Raising your head a little bit. And he moved his head, and they called a legal procedure.
First down and 15 for the Tigers, 2 wide to the right, H-back to the left, man in motion, and again.
Oh, wow. And they're firing up the.
Illegal snap. Offense, number 54. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Illegal snap, bro.
Well, I'm not sure about that illegal snap.
I don't get that.
I guess they put Ronald Rogers in at center, and then they take out. Let's see. Maybe they didn't. I'm not sure what they did on that, Marcus.
They say number 54, so.
Yeah, Ronald Rogers there. Yeah, it was Rogers. He's over the ball now as he switches with Jose Morales. Empty set backfield, man in motion. Fake the jet sweep. It's a quarterback run. Nothing doing there, and
brought down by number 70. That'll be Cash Fuller.
Just kind of a Manila play right there, you know, and of course you got to keep it out of the hands of your opposing offense as well. And you know, as long as you can keep West on the field here defensively, you try to wear them out. Right now, that defense of West is very, very stout. Malakoff just can't move the football. 3 wide receivers to the right and 1 to the left. There's a pass downfield over the middle, and he fumbles on the catch, trying to make a move.
Oh, my.
And this is something you can't do right here. And Corey Phillips fumbles the football for the Tigers. Oh, my goodness.
Picked up by Cash Fuller.
Yeah, this is the momentum builder here, and just like before.
And I tell you what.
For whatever reason, you know, the receivers today are playing nervous, it seems like,
yes.
and they're not playing with confidence like they have been.
Right.
And I get it, it's a big game, but, you know, you've got to settle down after that first half and come in here with authority, or the game's going to get out of hand quick. There's the handoff to Pendleton, and Tigers gave up way too much right there.
Yes, sir.
So a 5-yard pickup, 2nd down and 5, and this is what these momentum swings do for a team.
It hypes you
They
up.
build that confidence in the players. The players feed off the crowd, and it gets you going.
Kane Jones on that tackle, but like you said, Jordan.
Yeah, 5 yards
momentum's up.
downfield's too late for
Exactly.
Kane Jones. It being
sir.
a defensive lineman that, you know, if you're a defensive lineman, you got to make that stop on the line or in the backfield. West with 2 wide to the right, 2 to the left. McCutcheon in the backfield. Wolf in motion. Fake to Wolf, handoff to McCutcheon, and you can't let him get open. And McCutcheon gains 2 there. So a nice play there on defense, and that's DK Rose.
Yeah, DK Rose made authority on that tackle.
Well, DK and McCutcheon got a little something going back and forth with each other.
Oh,
McCutcheon got him a while ago, pointed at him in the end zone,
Right.
taunting him when he scored.
Right.
And now DK gets a little bit of revenge here, but revenge in my book is to cause it a turnover.
That's right.
3rd down and 3 up and coming here for West. loading up the heavy side to the right here. Maybe the Tigers run a blitz here. Quarterback keeper. Quarterback has the first down.
He was able to sneak in there behind his big backers.
Yeah, I mean, you had a strong call. West was strong right there, and I don't know what happened there. I just think that the numbers game played a factor in that one, where Malakoff just didn't have enough defenders over there to stop the run.
Great tackle by Kavion Davis.
Now West has spread Malakoff out here. 3 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Watch for McCutcheon here. And Mainon's going to take the ball himself. Should have gave it to McCutcheon there.
DK Rose on the tackle, and he's doing his hand now, Joe. He's telling them, I got you too.
Yeah, no gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. And this could get to where it's 4-down territory if you're West.
I think coach is kind of telling him to calm down a little bit. Let's keep our head in the game.
Well, your linebackers right here have to pay close attention to what that quarterback's doing with the football, too,
right.
And they've got to be able to read real quick and then scrape to the football.
Enjoy only 6 minutes, 31 seconds. The clock is running real fast.
2 running backs in the backfield now, 1 wide receiver left, 1 to the right. And McCutcheon's going to get the ball. McCutcheon moves the pile ahead for a gain of about, looks like 6 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4. Nice run there by McCutcheon. McCutcheon is just all north and south, and
right
legs
now,
being so strong there.
Right now he's feeling himself, Joe. He couldn't get no yards in the first half, but
well, he got the touchdown
he got
run.
the touchdown,
so I mean, he did get that, but he's a patient runner. And they're not using him as much as I thought that they would use him. They used him a whole lot last week.
Yeah.
Now 2 backs in the backfield. Under center now, West goes. A little toss to the right, and McCutcheon, I believe, is going to be short of the first down. I don't think he got there, but West could go for it right here on 4th down.
Almost definitely. They can't lose right here, Joe. That defense is playing, lights out, so what they got to
They're going to
lose.
go for it right here.
Yeah, what they got to lose.
4th
right
down and a yard to go here, or
Right.
maybe a little bit less than the yard. And now different unit comes on board for the Trojans.
I'm knowing they're not going to kick no field goal.
No, they don't have the capabilities right here.
Exactly.
Their kicker's range is only about 30 yards out. And West better hurry up. They may have to call a timeout here. They'll probably go pistol formation right here. This is their passer. They like to pass the ball here. They may hand it off. And they do. And he's stopped. The Tigers get the ball on downs.
Oh, my.
And that is an excellent defensive stop right here.
Yes, sir.
And none other than DK Rose and not Rodder Rogers, Doc Renberg and Lance Robertson there.
A lot of them. A pack of Tigers.
So the Tigers there give themselves an opportunity. And 4:57 left in the third, and this game's going by quick because everything's on the ground. The Tigers must assert themselves now here, Marcus, and get something going.
Exactly.
Your defense can only do so much, and you got to help them out with your offense.
Especially some of them going both ways, George. This would be tiresome.
3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. There's a handoff. Reverse here, and here goes number 22, the Bird. And the Bird only gets about 2, but I like the play call right there.
I think that was Studley. That was 25. Oh, that was 22.
It was Jason Tennyson, Marcus, number 22, on the reverse. And I think you got to do that right there to keep the defense honest. Good play call. I really like it right there, and you got to keep involving Tennyson. He's very special with the ball in his hands. 2nd down and 8 up and coming for the Tigers. Got a one-on-one matchup down here at our left corner. 2 backs in the backfield. There's the handoff. Blocking, not there.
Not at all.
I mean, not there at all. And West defense comes up strong, and Tennyson couldn't get anything going right there. And
like you said, Jordan, the Trojans are playing lights-out defense, Jordan. And the clock is steadily ticking. 3 minutes, 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Tigers can't seem to move the ball on offense.
Yeah, defensive front just overwhelming Malakoff's offensive line here. And we said this would be a battle of the fronts here. 3rd down and 9, Malakoff may have to go the air right here. And they're going to go. Looks left, throws left, fires downfield. What a catch! He's going to call it incomplete. I thought he had it.
Yep, it's saying he hit the ground first.
Austin Massengale with a great attempt, but that ball was just thrown way too low.
Wow. No love right here. The defense is playing lights out, and Tigers can't seem to pull something out their playbook, Joy.
Yeah, everything they're trying, West, is just all in their playbook right now. Studley, gets that high snap down. That was almost very dangerous. Spiraling punt. And it's touched by West. Malakoff has the football.
Yes, sir.
It was touched by West.
Yes, sir.
And the Tigers should have this football.
Yeah, I hope they see it. Oh, they're putting the other way, Joe.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
It toughed them. Oh, no. They are.
You have got to be kidding me on that one.
Look at DK. No, it touched the player. Look at him. Look at him. They not gonna waver that one off. No.
Oh my goodness alive!
Even the fans over here saw that was their team touched the ball. But,
wow!
Hey, sometimes you the dog, sometimes you the hydrant.
Yep, and I've seen the Cowboys last night be the hydrant a few times, and that's unbelievable right there.
Yep.
1st down and 10 for West now. 2 backs in the backfield. You can't worry about the last play. And there is a hit, and I mean a hit right there by the Tigers' defensive front. Doc Renberg leading the surge.
Also Lance Robinson on that tackle. Wow.
And Jason Tennyson in there too.
They all want a little bit.
Well, I tell you what, I love this kind of football right here, but I'm a nervous wreck on offense when we get to offense. My goodness.
Yes, sir.
I love to see old school football, and this is throwback football right here. And
I'm telling you, it ain't even Throwback Thursday. And they getting it. 2 minutes, 44 seconds, and counting.
2nd down and 10 up and coming in this 3rd quarter with 2:37 left. And a quarterback is going to roll to his right, looks downfield. He's under duress. He throws it right, incomplete, out of bounds.
They're trying to say, they said he caught that one.
Well, they were trying to get it to Wolf, and DK Rose and Zach Studley was there for coverage for the Tigers. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
Well, that stops the clock for a little bit.
2:28 left to play in the 3rd. Malakoff trailing by 1 point, 7-6 here. E.H. Hamby Stadium, Mesquite, Texas. Very nice stadium here in Mesquite. And just an old school football game here if you like defensive matchups and battles. And both teams, boy, I tell you, like we talked, it's a stalemate up front.
Yes, sir. The battle of the defense.
So 3rd down and 10. Watch Garrett Wolf right here. They love to try to get him the football. Looks like the Tigers may be going in double coverage. And looks across the middle. The pass is incomplete. Massengale was not there at all.
That was just a case of the missed pass.
Yeah.
It was 1st down all the way, but he missed it.
Jacob Boggs had a chance right there, and Massengale, he looks, I don't know if Massengale's okay or not. He just doesn't look like he's into the game right now, Marcus.
Wow.
And I'm not knocking. I just wondered if he's okay, because punt the ball now. Bing is going to punt away to Hogg. Let's see if Hogg can get a nice return. I'd like Hogg to be a little further back than he is, but that's going to be a non-returnable punt. And it's going to hit inside Tiger territory, killed at the 50. Well, we'll say the 1 or the 2, whichever the lineman says it's on. They're going to mark it at the 47, not the 52. Oh, my goodness. The ball will be marked at the 47-yard line of the Tigers. Again, short field position. The Tigers have to do something here.
Yes, sir. Enjoy. At least we got to get down and get a field goal to take this lead. Both defenses are stellar, but we got to get some points on the board.
Yeah, you know, all you need right here is a field goal. You're right. And as we said, a field goal might win this game. I said, what, 17-15, that's what I had the final.
Right.
One back in the backfield for Malakoff. Hand off to Hart, trying to stretch it. Cuts back to the inside, which I love that. And now it's a scrum in the middle of the field. And the Tigers win that scrum. 3-yard pickup on the play. 3 yards and better every run is what you want.
Exactly.
So a 3-yard gain. Now here comes D.K. Rose in, spelling Doc Renberg. Renberg's had a great game both ways today for the Tigers. A sophomore, very stellar. Listen, these Tigers are fairly young, too. They've got a lot of sophomores and juniors coming back next year.
Yes, sir. It's going to be stocky.
Whatever happens here today, their future is pretty bright. 2 backs in the backfield now. Tigers playing with the H-back in motion. Studley left to right. Rolls right. Looks. Going to go upfield and gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Just wasn't there. And I tell you what, Marcus, Malakoff had a receiver wide open in the middle of the field. And it was Corey Phillips. But Driscoll just couldn't see him there as the pocket just collapsed around him.
Yeah, Gage Gordon was in his face, Joe, and got him with the tackle.
So here we go, 3rd down here. You got to have some points. Again, you've got to have something. And you may be getting to the point now where it's 4-down territory for Malakoff. I'm thinking that anyway. Broken eye out of the pistol formation. Oh my goodness, that's going to cost the Tigers 5.
Yeah, we jumped that. Well, they jumped, but we jumped. They didn't approach us. There's nothing right now. No encroachment I didn't see, Joe. That'll take the Tigers back.
Let's see what they're going to call here.
Yeah, the Trojans showed blitz.
False start. Offense. Number 55. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Yeah, that's the second time Jose Morales has gotten called for a penalty here in the 3rd quarter, which now you're looking at, instead of 3rd and 6, you're looking at 3rd and 15. Now you got to change the play here, or maybe not. Maybe delayed draw here. I don't think Malakoff's going to pass the ball here, and they're not. They're going to run the football with Deuce Hart.
Wow.
Yeah, the Tigers just seem content to go in the 4th quarter here. And
talk about Tristan Gatlin. And you got the punt right here, Joe.
Well, I think you do. I think you have to punt right here and pin them deep. But this isn't going to happen until the 4th quarter. Folks, our score 7-6 at the end of the 3rd period. And what a defensive stalemate this one has been. And the way West has been holding the Tigers have to get something going here in the 4th quarter, or this 1-point lead may stand. Goodness gracious. Folks, we'll be right back.
This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Texas. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All right, we're back here, and we're going to start the 4th quarter up with the Tigers punting the ball away to Garrett Wolf.
Do or die right here, Joe. This is the last one.
That's Wyatt Wolf. Looks like Wolf will be back by himself this time
to
receive this punt.
He's the lone wolf.
And Zach Studley will punt the ball away from the Tigers, standing in his own 37-yard line. Watch for West to try to bring some pressure here. They're showing pressure. Studley's going to have to get it off, and he finally does, but it's a low kick. And Wolf may have a chance to return this kick, and he does. Wolf to the 30. Wolf is hit and knocked down at the 32. A nice open field tackle made by Kane Jones, it looks like.
Yeah, Kane had to come back, and he missed the first one. Came back.
Well, he laid the wood, and I tell you what, West was showing pressure to try to block that punt right there from their left side, which is Malakoff's right side. Studley almost didn't get that punt off. So West bringing the pressure. Now you're seeing West trying to uptick a little bit here and trying different things. And watch the offense here. They're going to try on offense as well. This lead's probably not good enough for their coach right now, 1-point lead. And who would want a 1-point lead?
Sir. No, sir.
Oh, man, everybody's on the edge of their seats right now on this one. Man in motion left to right, which tells me his play is going left on the option. And he's going to keep it. Mainen gets to the 34-yard line. So a gain of 2 on the run. Trying to get that option play set up right there. They just couldn't do it.
Yeah. The running back was kind of too close to him, Joy. Kavion Davis was stayed at home and was able to make that tackle.
Well, he was able to flow there, and it didn't commit himself to the running back or the quarterback, really. He stayed in a neutral position, which allowed him to make the tackle because they ran out of room for the pitch option right there.
Nah.
Let's see if they – empty backfield set right here. Quarterback usually likes to run. Now, here comes McCutcheon. They scored on this one ago.
Oh, coach called timeout.
And a timeout. They didn't like that.
Timeout.
Wrong player in, Joy.
First of the half.
Yeah, I think
They
40
wanted
came
KB.
in and maybe not needed to come in.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but that'll be the first time out of the half. That could come back to bite them there. 11:09 left to play in this one, 7-6. Tigers trail by 1 to the West Trojans. You've got number 4 in the state, West, playing number 7 in the state, Malakoff. And defensively, man, this has been a well of a game here if you love defensive contests.
I'm telling you.
We'd like to thank the Malakoff ISD for allowing us to broadcast this ball game today. As we get deeper, we can't make a promise that we'll be broadcasting many more. We'll be able to do audio, but we may not be able to do the video. Depends on who does what.
Right.
But we've been fortunate. So 2nd down, 8 yards to go for the Trojans. Going to a pistol formation, and I believe Gus Crane has come into the ball game. He's usually their passer. There comes the pass right now. Backside pass to Wolf, set up nicely. And there goes Wolf down the middle of the field. This is a big gainer right here. And Wolf is going to outrun everybody to the end zone and score a touchdown.
Yes, sir.
And West scores on that backside pass where you had Flo going to the right. Wolf slips out to the left. Just a wheel route right there to the left side. And Crane comes in, and they already knew Crane was going to pass the ball because that's the only time he comes in.
Yep.
And he throws the ball to Wolf.
And outran everybody. He put on his Wolf pack.
Yeah, and I believe I have some notes right here on Ryan Wolf for Monday I wrote. What does that say, Marcus?
On Wolf.
What does that say?
What number is that, Joy? He's the playmaker.
Number 6.
He's the big playmaker.
That's right. Big playmaker.
Yep.
You got to have eyes on him. Straight on kicker, and that kick is good by Cash Fuller. He'll have to get in his other shoes now. He changed his shoes to go out there and kick the point after 14-6 our score.
Yes, sir.
And the thing about this one is, they kicked the extra point. Tigers still down only by 1 score in an extra point. Or excuse me, a 2-point conversion.
Right.
And we'll be back in just a minute, folks. All right, folks, we're back, and Marcus and I were just talking about, West has scored many times all season long on that same play right there.
Yes, sir.
They score once again, 14-6 our score. Not going to be a deep kick here. It's a short kick. Tigers collide into one another right there, and the return is up to the 38-yard line. That's Phillips on the return.
And I think right now, Joe, you should bring one of your quicker running backs up to catch that short punt and take off.
Well,
move them up.
You almost had a collision right there on that one, and you've got to tell someone's got to take charge out there. And like in baseball, it's like camping under a fly ball. You've got to wave everybody off and let your teammates know, I've got this ball. Get away.
10 minutes, 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter, 14-6. Trojans on top.
Well, a lot of time left in this one, but I tell you what, the way West has been playing, they've spread out, keeping the Tigers from going. There's a slip screen, and I tell you what,
nothing doing.
That's going to be a loss on the play of 3 yards.
Brought down by Gage Gordon.
And think about West, they're all left and right there, and the pass was on the back shoulder right there, really not in front of the receiver, but on the back shoulder. And he looked like hesitant to run after he caught it. I'm not sure what happened there, but the pass was completed, but it's a loss. So now the Tigers going to choose to hand the ball off, and Hart puts his head down, and he'll gain 3.
Brought down by Jaden Anderson.
So West again just pelting Malakoff. Everything Malakoff tries to throw at him, West is just doing an awesome job at stopping the playbook of Malakoff. It looks like West is just knows what Malakoff's going to do before they do it. That's usually a sign of great film study or video study there. Three down defensive front. Now you got one defensive back. Now's the time to pass the ball downfield in the seams. And Malakoff's going to get caught with another false start.
And I tell you what.
And you got the West crowd standing up, the Malakoff crowd sitting down like they've lost hope.
Offense, number 14. 5-yard penalty.
Guess somebody need to start the wave or something.
Yeah, but I don't know if they start the wave, I'm afraid what happened. I mean, you're getting to a point in the game now. It's 3rd down and long.
Yeah.
I think you put 4 receivers out and go down the seams. You got one deep safety, 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left, and run down the seam right there.
Somebody's going to get beat.
Someone's going to be open here.
Right.
You've got 3 receivers stacked to the left. Now you roll the left. You've got to get further downfield. Driscoll's going to try to run. It's just not going to happen, Marcus.
Nope. Like the receivers just kind of stopped.
Yeah, Driscoll had to run there. He got some pressure, and he's forced to run. And the receivers just look like they ran in a cluster right there where you probably needed somebody to run over the middle there. I'm not sure what happened there, but.
Here we go with the punt. Sometimes you got to get off your route, Joe, and when you see the quarterback in trouble, try to run something to get over.
Yeah, we talk about this. You got to come back and help your quarterback out and give him some help. There's a punt by Studley, another low, wobbly punt. It'll take a Malakoff Tiger bounce. Ends up being a great punt. Ball be dead at the 21-yard line. So it's getting to be nitty-gritty time here, and Tigers just can't move at all. Their offense being very explosive over the past 4 games. And, man, I tell you, this defense from West has got it going on right now.
I don't know if they stole the playbook or what. So they all in them. They all over them like a tipped-over vending machine. And, Joy, look at that time. The time is going down. Time is ticking.
When you both run the football like
Time
that, that's what happens. And here comes McCutcheon in, and he's in the backfield with Joseph Pendleton. And this is where they like to give it to McCutcheon's here. And they give it to McCutcheon's, and McCutcheon just keeps those legs churning. He's slammed down by D.K. Rose. And Davis in there on the tackle as well.
Not till he pick up about 6.
Yeah, a little bit too much right there. And your defensive front right there, that big offensive front now starting to wear down on the defensive front for the Tigers here.
Yeah.
Again, we knew this was a good offensive front coming into the ball game here. And Tigers done well against the run pretty much all game long.
Yeah.
Turnover led to that the first points being scored from 25 yards out by West in the first half, and that's what got them on the board. Really should be about 7-6 still right now, to be honest with you. Now the Tigers, Mainon's going to call his own number of keep it. He's hit by Doc Renberg, driven to the ground after a gain of 2. Studley in there, and Tennyson also, the freshman.
This will be a good stop here, Joy. We might get a chance to get the ball with less than 7 minutes.
Well, 3rd down and 3 right here. You got Mainon coming back in at quarterback, and we've seen him throw 2 picks in the first half, Marcus. So this is where he likes to spread it out, maybe call his own number, but he could throw a pass here.
Yeah, got an empty backfield so far.
Tigers, nobody back deep for Malakoff. McCutcheon's, here comes the reverse right here. The Tigers, they've got it sealed. There's a hold.
There we go.
Finally caught. And the Tigers should refuse this penalty right here.
Yeah.
The clock's going to keep rolling, but they'll have to stop it to call the penalty here and give Malakoff the decision. I think you decline it, make it 4th down. It'd be 4th down and 6 right here. West will punt the football, having the lead by 8.
Holding. Offense, number 9. Penalties decline. 4th down.
And I think they went for a loss too, Joy. A loss on that play.
But yeah, it was a loss. So now it's going to be 4th down and looks like 8 or 9 yards to go. And they'll have to punt the ball. Boy, I tell you what, if Chauncey Hogg ever had it in him right now, this is the time to do it, especially going to that left side. Look how it's protected right there.
Oh, man.
They could seal that left side if they choose to. I wouldn't go for this. I wouldn't go for the block here. I'd set up the return. And they're going for the block. And a great punt right there. It'll take a west bounce, and that is a really good punt right there. I can say it bounced out at the 35-yard line.
Yeah. K. Bing put the Bing on that one, did he?
Yeah, about a 48-yard punt right there, and that's his best punt of the day.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure right there what they brought the pressure there. 3 or 4 going back and trying to get a block, but I know they're trying to make something happen. But if you set up that return right there, give Hogg a chance.
That's right.
You've got that whole left side sealed there. 2 backs in the backfield now for the Tigers, 2 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Driscoll rolls right. Screen back to the backside, which everybody forgets to block number 50 there.
Yeah, they leave Jaden Anderson alone.
Jaden Anderson, yeah, he read it. He just stood there and watched the ball come down. He just made the tackle.
And I'm glad he logged it over a little bit because that would have been an interception.
Well, your lineman's got to recognize that you've got a defensive lineman there. Your offensive line has to recognize you got a defensive lineman standing right there and go put a hat on him, don't he?
That's right. I'm with you.
2nd down and 8 coming up for the Tigers. Tigers run out of time here. They got to have something in a hurry. Man in motion. They're going to try to throw it out to the right. Nothing open downfield. Penalty marker comes in. That's holding. Driscoll sacked.
I tell you what, the football players from West are very hyped. They hyping up the crowd.
Foul, hands to the face. Defense number 70. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Well, there is a early Christmas gift right there for the Tigers.
Cash Fuller, hands to the face. 15 yards.
They gave the Tigers something special right there with 15 yards.
Man.
And wow, that could loom large here. The Tigers have to be in hurry-up mode right here, though, Marcus.
I know it. 5 minutes. We can't hesitate.
2 wide right, 2 to the left. Driscoll rolls right. Handoff back to the right. Deuce Hart breaks free. To the 45-40. He's got room. To 30, 25. Knocked out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Deuce Hart, the biggest play of the game for the Tigers.
Yes, sir. Happy feet.
30-yard pickup right there for Deuce Hart. And we talked about that delayed handoff right there for Deuce Hart, spreading the field open. Then Hart has room to operate in those big lanes up the middle.
Exactly.
There you just saw it. Then he kicked it out to the outside, turned on the afterburners.
And way to go outside, Joe, to go out of bounds. Stop the clock. We need all the clock.
Well, he knew he was fixing to get hit, too. The defender took a big angle now. He was going to catch him. But, I like how you stuck that one in there. Yeah, that's a good one.
Sneak it in. Deuce happy feet. Good job.
Broken eye formation out of the pistol now. Man in motion. And here comes the left side. It's blocked well. Cut back against the grain. Hart. Hart's got to keep going, and he loses yards. Yeah, you got to just cut it up right there and trying to hit that outside edge. These guys are really quick to the edge.
Yeah, Tristan Gatlin on that tackle. And I'm like you, Joe. They need to be speed, run the plays quickly. It's 5 minutes and counting. We need all the time we can.
I think maybe you call 2 or 3 plays, in the huddle and then break out. And you've got to save as much time as possible because you've got to account for West.
Exactly.
Maybe be picking up a first down. You don't know what they're going to do on offense. They've showed some trick plays. It's 4:53 left to play, 14-6. Can the Tigers score here? Going to be a pass. Driscoll under duress, and he is absolutely murdered at the 30. And he's down. Oh, my goodness.
Joseph Pennington with the tackle.
And you got to admire Driscoll right there getting up after that hit because he was absolutely pelted. Oh, my goodness.
Like a loss about 10.
I tell you what, one thing about Driscoll, he's a tough individual.
Oh, yeah.
there you get to the situation. You're still in field goal position, and you allow a big sack right there. You could make this a 6-point ball game with a field goal or less, and oh my. Pass downfield, and that's going to be underthrown and picked off. Oh. No, almost picked off.
Oh, he missed it.
I tell you what, Massengale or Phillips, whoever that is right there, had a chance to get that ball. Now it's going to be 4th down.
Wow.
Instead of putting yourself – see, here's the thing here. If you, on that drive there, you keep the ball on the ground, you don't lose the field position. You have a chance to kick the field goal.
Right.
And then only trail by a couple. You know your defense has been doing all game long, doing great. Now West has an opportunity to hold Malakoff without any points here. West will give Malakoff a lot of room there. Steps up in the pocket, throws it down the right side, and way out of bounds it goes.
Wow.
And yeah, you can't. You got to leave your receiver some room to make a catch there, and
they threw it out of bounds. And great defense by the Trojans, George. 3 minutes, 56 seconds left in this game, and Tigers going to have to use some timeouts here.
Yeah, Ryder Rogers there and big number 70, Cash Fuller, jawing at each other, and they're going at it. And not Ryder Rogers, excuse me. That was Lance Robertson going at it with him. But Lance did a good job of that block right there, taking Fuller out of the play. And they're just going back. There's a battle out there, Marcus.
Yes, sir.
Quarterback keeper fumble. I think the Tigers have recovered it.
Let's see.
They're pointing that way. The Tigers had the football, it looks like.
Oh, my.
There was a fumble on the snap. The Tigers have got it.
Yes,
oh,
sir.
My goodness.
Woo-wee. Just like that.
And the Tigers really needed that one right there.
Lance Robinson, no, 54 for the Tigers. Yeah, Ryder Rogers.
That was Lance Robertson, Marcus.
Oh, it was.
58.
I said the right. I got confused, Joe.
And now they're trying to have a powwow about it.
That's definitely a fumble. I mean, you can't do nothing but a fumble.
Boy, if they don't get this ball to Malakoff, they will be bedlam.
Oh, yeah.
And the Tigers have the football. 3:44 left. The Tigers down by 8, folks.
Man, oh, man.
I said 17-15, but I might not even get there.
Ooh, hey, you never know.
2 wide receivers left, 1 back in the backfield. Tigers go big to the left side. Rimberg tight end on the right. Deuce Hart gets to the outside. He has a block. Cuts back to the inside. Hart to the 20. Hart to the 15. He's tripped up at the 16-yard line. What a run. The clock will stop so the chains can move here.
Talk about Brandon Van Eck, Joy, saving that touchdown.
Yeah, Vanek made a good stop right there. We talked about the speed of West. They are fast. They're deceptively faster than what you think. Tigers have to hurry up right here. There's not a lot of time here to think about this.
You can't, you got to get the play on 3 minutes, 12 seconds.
2 backs in the backfield. Handoff. That's DK Rose down to the 10. Tigers have to get to the line right here.
They got to get up.
There can't be a whole lot of waiting. Let DK stay in that game running the ball again.
2 minutes, 55 seconds and counting.
The Tigers have to get this play off quickly. Burning too much time up right here. Now it's going. 2nd and 2. Handoff to DK Rose. Rose cuts up to the inside. Rose inside the 5-yard line at the 3. He goes. 1st and goal, Tigers.
Oh, my.
Don't go anywhere, folks. Keep DK in the game and let him bang his way down.
Hey, Coach said he got to call a timeout, Joe.
So West calls it 2nd time out of the half.
Timeout. West, they're first of the half.
No, that's their 2nd of the half, Mr. Official.
Yeah, he said first. That's
their 2nd of the half. They called one early in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, they got it on the board. Right? There you go.
There he goes. He got it right there. I'm on him. So 14-6, 2:37. The ball's on the 3-yard line. We're going to keep it right here. I think you got to keep DK Rose in right here, Marcus.
And
he's running angry right now.
He's running mad. He's dedicated. You know, he's a senior, and he don't want this to be his last game.
And this is one thing that you don't want to have to face is a mad DK Rose coming in to play running back now.
But right here, Joey, if you make this touchdown, you got to go for the 2-point conversion.
You've got to, and then you still trail by 2. You stop them and get a good field position. You can still win this game with a field goal.
That's right.
Or just an attempt is all we ask for right here. Here comes the Tigers. 2 backs in the backfield on each side of Driscoll. Well, what about Driscoll? Took a big hit while ago, right back in there playing. Handoff to Hart. Hart cuts back in the middle. Touchdown, Tigers!
Yes, sir.
The Tigers are right back in it, folks.
Yes, sir. Joy, what do you do here, Joy? You go for the 1?
Well, you got to go for 2 right here. You got them on their heels.
You got to go for the 2.
Because, listen, 1 point does nothing right here. You still need the 2 points here to tie the ball game up, and then let your defense do the work right here. Hold them to a 3-and-out. You got 3 timeouts left. Hope that you get good field position, maybe off of a punt, and then you drive down for a game-winning attempt on a field goal. Crowd is going nuts both ways. 2-point attempt coming up. Driscoll gets the ball. Driscoll hands off to Rose. Rose is stopped short. Oh, goodness.
Oh, my.
And Marcus, he tripped over his own man. He tripped over Deuce Hart.
Woo. Still good right here, Joy. We stop these guys. You that timeout, get down and get us a field goal. We good.
Listen, there's plenty of time on the scoreboard right now. You don't need much. You just need to make some good stops right here defensively. And Malakoff's done it now. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. You got to watch the trick plays right here because West is going to want you to burn your timeouts and hit you with a gadget play or 2 to keep their momentum going and keep running that clock out.
Exactly.
But 3-and-out's what the Tigers have to have right here. And this is, I'm going to tell you, Gonzalez needs to boot one very deep right here.
Yes, sir.
Let them fair catch it, whatever they want to do right here, that's fine. But you want to boot it deep. But West is setting up for an onside kick. Now, here's the thing right here. With Malakoff's speed, we saw Gonzalez before dribble one down the field, and they're able to recover the loose football, which is live football at that time. They've done it twice this year. Let's see what they're setting up to do. Well, I tell you what, a fun day so far it's been. It's been all defense. I said 17-15 for a final, but if the Tigers kick a field goal, if they hold West kick a field goal, that's 15-14, but I'll take it, right?
Yeah, hey, you're almost on the dot.
So Gonzalez will tee it off here. And I tell you what, West is expecting this, man. And I don't want him to kick an onside kick, Marcus. This is going to make my nerves go bad.
I think he is, Joe.
Oh, my goodness. And he's going to kick it up in the air. And West will get it.
Oh, we should have went far. I do not. Oh, we should have kicked that to deep. Woo-wee. So the onside kicks put them in good field position, Joy. And, hey, anything can happen here. We have to stop these guys right here.
Well, Marcus, here's the thing here. You know, Tigers hadn't had very much success. They ran the ball good that time, but you wanted to pin them deep that time, force them to a 3-and-out so you get the ball with good field position and not very far to go. Now you put yourself in a position where West can drive down the field here, hand off to McCutcheon. McCutcheon is hit, and he's dropped, but a 2-yard gain and a timeout called quickly there. But see, here's the thing. If you're West, even if you don't gain but 3 or 4 more yards and they hold you to 4th down, you're going to punt the ball with probably giving Malakoff a minute to go with about 80 to 90 yards to go on the drive.
That's going to be hard.
It would no timeouts possibly.
Right.
So that's why right there I don't think you kick the onside kick right there. You kick it deep. But, hey, that's the way it goes. You're trying to put yourself in a position to win, so – again, it's checkers, not chess.
Yeah. Wow.
Or chess, not checkers, I should say.
Hey, any one of them. Defense has to step up game up, right? Which they've been doing.
Defense has done great. Listen, to hold these guys to 14 points has been incredible. And I think to hold Malakoff to 12 points has been incredible also. Exactly. This has been an incredible ball game here. It could have went either way. It could still go either way. We don't know. We got 2 minutes and 27 seconds left. We're going to find out right here, folks. 2 backs in the backfield for West. Quarterback keeper. Quarterback is going to get to the 46-yard line. Well, he'll be spilled by Austin Massengale. Another timeout taken by the Tigers. That's too many yards right there.
Yeah. And, Joe, if they get a first down, game is practically over.
Well, the game is over.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to tell you right now, you've got to watch Garrett, or not, I want to call him Garrett Wolf so bad, I don't know why. You got to watch Wyatt Wolf right here. You got to watch that throwback again to him on a wheel route coming across in motion because they did it once. They may think they can do it again here.
Yeah.
But if you're playing conservative right here, you're going to run the football. If you want to get into mind games and play chess over checkers, you might want to get the ball to Garrett Wolf.
Right.
Or not Garrett Wolf, goodness gracious. Wyatt Wolf, I apologize. And I tell you what, it's pandemonium here.
Oh, yeah, everybody's up.
In Mesquite, Texas, Hamby Stadium. 3rd down and 4. It all rides right here, folks. 2 backs in the backfield. Quarterback keeper. And he's going to be stopped a yard short of the first down. Oh, my.
What do you do here, Joe?
I think you got to punt.
Malakoff. The 3rd and final timeout of the
That's
second
it.
half.
That's the 3rd and final timeout. In West, I'm going to tell you what. Well, this will be a gutsy move right here, but I think West is probably going to go for it right here.
Of course.
They've got less than a yard to go. If they get the first down, that's the ball game. Malakoff can't stop the clock.
Like you said, Joe, let's see what strategy he's going to use. He can kick it and depend on the defense, or he can go for that first.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if I were him, and I'm not, I would probably give the ball to 22 right here and let him go up the middle.
Yeah.
And if they don't convert it right here, oh, my, this place will go nuts.
That's what they're going to do, Joe.
They're going to go for it right here.
They're going to go for it. Quarterback sneak.
Malakoff has got to recognize DK's got to come up. The quarterback sneak's going to go right to the left side here.
Go. Woo.
They're trying to do a hard count. They're trying to get the Tigers to jump.
Woo.
So they're going to call a timeout. They tried to get them jump. Almost did.
Almost did. We got it. We didn't hit nobody, so that was a good thing. No encroachment. Wow.
Timeout. West. That's their 3rd and final timeout of the second half.
God the mighty. Now, that was a play there, Jordan. They made the Tigers almost – they did jump, but they didn't hit nobody. So if you didn't touch them, they got back in time to live another day. So I think they're going to punt right here. And Tigers, this would be a big return, but you got to watch out for the fake punt.
Yeah, you're right, Marcus. And here's the thing right here. You probably need to put Deuce Hart back there right now to return this ball.
And that's nope. Yeah,
it's going to be Hogg. Now here's the thing.
And you can't jump.
You got to watch. You got to watch the up back because he's that backup quarterback, Gus Crane. And they're going to punt it. There's the punt. Oh, it's going to be a run for the kick. Oh my
God. Oh, my God.
That'll be the ball game there.
Ran into the kicker.
Austin Massengale. That's
ball game is over. Wow.
Yeah, Massengale runs into the kicker right there.
And that's it.
See, that time right there, Marcus, you got to tell your special teams unit.
Yeah, just
kick it. Set up for the return because you should be.
Exactly. Don't try to block the punt. Just let them kick it. Wow. Now, all they can do here, take a knee, game over. Wow. DK Rose not feeling that, Joe. That kind of, they tried hard and did that. And
well, he shouldn't feel it. I mean, he shouldn't have to on that one. That's you've got to listen. You've got to tell everybody you can't do that. You can't afford to hit the kicker right there. You're getting the ball back, and you've got a chance to drive down to win the game.
Right. Wow. I cannot believe that.
Just going to kneel it down on the 40-yard line right there. Quarterback Zane Manning.
Wow.
I tell you what a great game it's been today, man. It could have went either way. The penalties certainly didn't go Malakoff's way. They had more than the West Trojans did. And this was a battle for the ages right here. I got to tell you. And West has a really great defense. Malakoff has a really great defense, but the edge going to the West Trojans today. And, well, I tell you, I'd like to wish them good luck going on because this is a good football team here, and we'll certainly be pulling for West moving forward.
And I tell you what, I really thought, hey, this really could have been a changer here. I think the boys had a chance to, get it in field goal range and then win this game.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, it goes back to turnovers, Mark. We talked about it to begin the game. It goes back to turnovers and special teams play. Special teams have been great all year long. You can't be anxious to get back there and block a punt, which you're going to get anyway.
Exactly.
And have a chance to drive down and win the game with a field goal. You just killed your chances right there. Set up for the return, and that's what you needed to do, but you didn't. And it's spilled milk now because
Yep. Wow.
But, hey, I want to congratulate the Tigers on a fine season this year.
Yes, sir.
They've had a great season, nothing to hang their heads about. This one could have went either way, for sure.
Yeah.
A play here, a play there. But it goes back to special teams and some of the West Trojans consulting the guys from Malakoff, which is good to see.
Yeah. Good job. Good sportsmanship.
Definitely probably the toughest game West has played all year long, the toughest opponent, I would dare say. And
I say this is the toughest loss for the Malakoff, Jordan. Like you said, they had a chance.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, and you were prepared for games like this, and, it just comes down to that penalty right there, and it often does in football games, penalties and turnovers. And talked to the Mesquite assistant athletic director on the way up here from the elevator, and he said, I'm ready to see a good game. We said, we think you will. It'll be a close one. And it was 14-12 your final. Folks, we have appreciated everything you've done for us this year. Thank you for your support. Thank you to Malakoff ISD. We'll certainly be back during basketball season at some point. We'll be back doing some softball and baseball. Congratulations to the Trojans. Congratulations to the Tigers. Coach Jamie Driscoll and his staff did an amazing job this year. And really nothing else left to say except, folks, enjoy your Thanksgiving, the rest of your holiday. Have a great Christmas. We'll see you soon. For everyone who's been a part of this one, I'm Joey Snowden. For Marcus Dow, the Hall of Famer,
yes, sir.
Aaron Scott, Jonathan Snowden, we bid you farewell and so long for the last time this football season, folks.